join in, but cannot deny the plan.
This is a great call from Nongshim, dialing up a fake from Dambi. Sold. Oh, and a great push out from Francis with the Sheriff.
So they greed for a weapon, though. Launch over the top will get cleared, and now they know they can't safely try to pick that up. Paranoia sent out here from Mako over at Waterfall. Tuck into the corner. Margaret eating some spam as Francis is going to try to take the fight to them. Pushing forward. Hyunmin now arriving on the site, but Francis is able to find one. Freeing going to be taken down. Mako answering that back. Margaret here pushing right alongside the outskirt here of the wall. Eventually falls, but is able to find one. 2v2 with Hyunmin down to 30. Time not on their side. Ivy missing the timing. The swing around the back. The Bucky comes through, and simultaneously, Dambi and Ivy will find the final blows, and Nongshim will once again bring this deficit down to 1.
A great play call here from Francis. Send Dambi over towards A. Just the whole goal there is to buy time. Just be annoying. You don't necessarily need to get kills. Just don't die. Buy us enough time to take C for free. Let us set up for these post plants. And then we can swing out, catch DRX off guard. Francis with that big opener. Ivy and Dambi all over that C site. Just left DRX guessing the whole time. And look, that's a lot of teams when you're going up against this Nongshim squad. It's hard to keep track of them once they get their heads on straight.
Might just be a hard push up in here to the B side. Here they bolt out across the
corner.
He's passed. Slide through, yeah. Does end up missing Freeing. But now he's going to double back. Now he's reading this. But Freeing did a little bit better. Specs him there on that corner. Does shut him down. And Nongshim unable to scale forward into the site means they don't gain much for that sacrifice there from Dambi. Nightfall now is looking to save them off. Ivy pushes forward. Does manage to get a very nice hit there onto Mako. But it's immediately traded back.
Slip past.
Yep. And now the plan coming through here onto C site. DRX still just got to stay clustered. This gives an opportunity for Nongshim to get themselves into it as good of a post-plant setup as they can find.
A little bit of util to work with for the side of DRX. You have the Haunt, you have a Snake Bite, you have the Guided Salvo. So could at least clear the site proper, but Nongshim seemingly okay with that. We're going to set up for the long-range corner plant.
2-2 split here, Waterfalling back. Launch over the top, spotting nothing. Just a quick little hop up from Hyunmin. Gets the tap. Nightfall now going to be sent through, and that's going to connect onto everybody. The pit once again going to be played. Decays across the board. Splashback. Reveal. Drops down. Stays safe. Flashback out. Hyunmin trying to take some space, but it's just a shooting gallery. There's the reveals. There's the kills. And there's us tied up 11-11. Make a wish.
Yeah, DRX knows they have to try to push out. They know if they're going to get that defuse secured, their higher percentage option is to make a go of an execute towards the mound. And it just gets shut right down. Phenomenal shooting from Nongshim. It's a great lurk from Ivy. Mako had no idea anybody could get through there. And we're seeing that cause DRX problems from time to time. Even though they're able to keep Dambi in check, pretty loud when he goes scooting by towards gravel. But that allows Ivy, again, to get through. This is kind of something that's got to be concerning for DRX. Something you have to talk about is what do you do now that Nongshim is starting to dig deeper into the playbook. They're starting to show you that what Dambi is doing isn't necessarily what the rest of Nongshim is doing.
En PRISA es nuevo equipo que ascendió. Sí, es el equipo que vino de Premier.
See who is going to be able to take that first step towards map point. And whether or not this just ends up going to overtime.
Que se corrió toda la Premier.
Sure feels like it.
Given the back and forth, yeah, it feels like
Clasificó.
near an inevitability.
Ganó la final del Ascension de Pacific.
Coaches
Y ahora está
muted the players,
jugando en el
left to their own devices from now on.
Se metió un speedrun.
See what unfurls as we jump into round number 23. Judge, of course, still here in the hands of the challenge Dambino.
Haha.
We're gonna make that stick.
I like that one. I'm on board.
Wants out. Cleared. Mako just going for a little bit of spray there over the top of Mount.
De Pacífico.
Real damage going to be found down the pick up, maybe slightly from Hyunmin. Oh, goes for the jump peek, and Margaret is able to collect that one. Solid trade back. One for one in the end. The cam gets cleared out, knows that there's going to be somebody over towards that baby door.
No
Babe now just drifting back over towards the site itself. Seems like Nongshim faking back for a moment, at least passing the spike over to Persia's hands. May look to try to explore this side of the map a little bit more thoroughly.
They're setting up for another fake. The pings are coming down that they're going to let loose with some util to clear Mako out of Waterfall and then try to just see what they can do. Then you have the backup option over towards A.
Might try to delay, but Dambi gets forward.
Y
Judge hit.
sí,
Not connecting,
ayer
immediately slides back away from
Pro
his own relay. Ball tries to go up and over
estaban
the top.
perdidos,
Mako
piqueaban de 1-1.
catches enough of a glimpse,
Algo
finds the
que la
headshot. Now
verdad
it's going to be a man advantage here for the side of DRX.
nada,
Good awareness from Bane.
full random.
Kept himself hidden. Nongshim
Full random
actually
ir
going to make a
a
double move
piquear
here.
de 1-1
Fake out
cuando
DRX.
estás en
It's
un
been a fake
clutch,
and then a
pues.
go towards another site. So DRX biting a little bit. Mako already over
O sea,
towards
cuando
spawn.
tienes
He's
toda
so
la
well aware that
ventaja,
Margaret could be deep here.
Very wise to it, and he's going to find the timing. The rewards reaped here. Mako coming up huge.
hasta ahora no,
Paranoia
no,
cross,
hasta
flash
ahora
back
no
is
hay
dancing around. The
nada.
spike is now dropped here on the floor, and there's just no
Seis
shot, no time.
veces.
Francis not going to be given the
La
opportunity.
última vez que
Swings the corner,
Perú
cuts him down the sides, and DRX will be able to get up to map point.
Yeah, a great timeout here by Termi to talk his team how they can deal with some of these fakes, with some of the counter ideas that Nongshim is trying to do. So step one, keep your feet planted. Wait until you know where that spike is. Wait until you know where the execute truly is. Give Dombi a little bit of room to run around. That's fine. He's a free-range chicken. Let him go. You can collect him later. Okay? And then
Puede ser, no lo sé,
Mako,
la
great
verdad.
awareness there. Make
¿Qué
sure you're
podría
finding
faltar?
that lurk, because you know that somebody, Ivy or Margaret's going to be out there. This looks pacey, but DRX isn't contesting it initially.
Salvo out, looking for a seized nade. Not be able to get away from it.
It's going to stall him up for a moment, but maybe
Pero
Nongshim just going to pull the trigger on a
talento
fast
hay.
execute towards A. You've got 4 here.
They're storming their way
Más
up
allá
towards 3 right now.
de disciplina,
Players through this. Gunman, however, able to
Qué
find one. The
bien
bite from beyond the
qué
grave
bien
will be able to take him down, but Mako now
acompañado
getting involved. Catches Margaret on
del
that lurk
talento.
once again. Bane finding Dambi, Persia, and France is the last
se
one
extraña
standing.
ese Sentinel, sí, un montón,
Spike
So tough.
planted.
montón.
Do have Mako's TP potentially. Create a little confusion.
Ahora lo vi reaccionando, o sea, lo bueno de acompañar es que Ten se está streameando
Salvo
todos los
set, but now it all
partidos
falls down to
Américas,
Francis. He finds the first, catches a glimpse there on to Mako. Should know the approach,
lo
but
cual
gets
también es
concussed.
divertido, pero pucha, no
We're
sé.
pressing him though, they're taking their time.
Sí,
fight them,
claro,
but
se
never mind.
retiró
Free
Ten, se
Will be able
retiró
to get it
Sassy
done. Final shot
y se
comes through.
retiró
That
uno de
spike will
Mea
get
que no
defused,
recuerdo
and
el nombre
DRX
también.
13-11. will
Ah,
take out
Nuki pues,
Nongshim here on
Nuki
Lotus.
también se fue.
And that is Nongshim's map pick. One of the maps they have been so comfortable on throughout their history as a team. And DRX with a new squad, with a new look. A few players from last year stay the same. Gunmin Freeing come in and have tremendous impact. Obviously, Mako is Mako. Had some just jaw-dropping plays during that map. But some great showings from some of the new players that have made it to this DRX squad.
Son las
Fantastic
4 de la
roaring
mañana,
start
man.
here
¿Qué
for
me van a estar
DRX.
viendo? Ya se me envían un mensaje, lo
Trying to
siento.
keep the new
No
young
creo
blood
que
here
me envíen
in
ni
check,
mierda.
it would seem. As they come in hot off that opening victory, but Nongshim now maybe catching one in the face. Maybe going to be reeling from that right hook. We'll see how they bounce back, however, because if nothing else, what we have seen a hell of a lot in these first 3 days of Pacific. It's a lot of trading back and forth on each other's map picks, so.
Oh, that's been very much the
Oye,
case, yes.
¿viste
And Pearl is a map that, frankly,
ese
DRX struggled with during the
de...
offseason, so pretty curious to see what they have cooked up, why they're leaning into this. Maybe you're going to see some more Tejo.
Igual que UNQT
Really,
anda
I-
más... Ah, la UNQT
It
anda
may
más
not have shown a lot of
¿no?
impact on what you could see in
Ese
terms
sí lo
of
estaba
like
viendo
visually,
la
but
imagen.
on the map, it was clearing a lot of space and being fairly effective,
Ahí
especially the
vamos a
stealth
empezar
drone. Super
con
useful for them on this map, in terms of getting
Black.
info,
Sí, yo
clearing a little bit of space
trabajo
on their attacker side.
Yeah, for sure.
con Black,
But for Freeing, I mean,
con
what a performance from him.
Mixwell.
Off season certainly
O
had some
sea,
moments, but this was
así
way more explosive than
entablar
we could have anticipated.
conversación no con
Just based on
ninguno,
what we
la
had
verdad.
been observing, but Gunman as well looking right as rain on that raise.
Dude,
Fort's
he was...
performance with him in conjunction with Mako.
Con Massa,
Crazy setting the pace in
claro,
the first
es que a Massa lo
Crispy, man.
conocimos
Unbelievable.
en el Lock-in, es verdad.
Alrighty,
Me
well,
estaba
hell of
olvidando
a
de
way
que
to
había
start
conocido
things
a
off,
Massa
but I believe we're going to
persona.
pass things over to the analyst desk here in a moment. As they guide
Y
us
el
through all this
único que
action
nos
from Lotus
falta
as we get prep for
conocer
Pearl.
es a Black.
VCT definitely is. I feel like there was enough plays, executions, everything in that first map to keep us satisfied for like the rest of the day. There's just so much
Estaba
going on.
viendo
Yeah, everyone was anticipating this game and looking at what
pero
these
Next
rosters
no
are
lo
going to
viste,
be
no.
performing here in
No,
the
a
Pacific
Mix no
upper
lo
bracket,
vi.
and we definitely got
No
a
lo
game
llegué a
that
ver,
delivered,
pues, porque
particularly
Mix
as was mentioned on the
lo
desk, some of the new
eliminaron en
pickups
las
for
primeras
DRX
nomás,
really
pues.
impressing. Hyunmin
O
was
sea,
fantastic on the
jugó
raise,
que,
and then freeing,
¿cómo se
even
llama?
picking up a
Los
Teo
primeros
and
match.
finding a lot of different kinds of
Y se
impact with
perdió.
it, as well as
Ese
some of his
tiene mi
patented
camiseta.
impact rounds with just the gun
La
in
que le
hand.
diste de
Yeah,
Perú,
absolutely.
no, nunca
Freeing
más
was
se la he
incredibly
visto,
fun to watch
se la vi
in
en
this
ese
game. I
video
felt like he
nomás,
utilized
y
a lot of
nunca
impact,
más.
and his rifle also had a lot of
Just
impact.
so sharp, man. The multi-frags are unreal.
Vamos a
Marco
volver a
was right
sacar.
there with him. I think the only player who really struggled on DRX was Flashback, and partially just because he has to play that pseudo-sentinel role, and Nongshim are that team that are incredibly hard to defend.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw them come to Flashback time and time again, really trying to bully him, but I think the rest of DRX really rallied around him and were able to help him when they needed to pull off the win.
Yeah, it took a little bit of rounds, right? There were a lot of rounds early on where
Cuando
you
vamos a
had
jugar
Flashback
club,
and
me
he's like,
parece
guys,
que el
help,
día
oh my god,
viernes.
and Dambi suddenly
Puede
in there,
ser,
and the rest of
puede
Nongshim
ser.
as well.
No.
But towards the end, as we saw,
Fue
they were
esta
able to rally back.
semana.
And, you know, you really do have to hand it to Hyunmin.
Yeah.
We were
El
talking a
logo
lot
es
about
en estos
Mako
días,
and
¿cuál
Freeing
viernes?
at the
Me estoy
start.
yendo
It's
muy
like
allá.
Hyunmin
Yeah.
coming out swinging.
There you go,
Acá te lo
Hyunmin,
voy a
welcome to
poner.
Pacific. What a hell of a first map you've just had. 300 ACS on the raise, especially going up against a team like Nongshim, which, you know, if you're going aggressive on the duelist, you can find yourself a little out of position, getting comboed by the utility. Dambi has
Fue el
definitely
5,
run
el 5
circles
cuando
around
es.
a lot of the duelists of that tier 2
No, el
level
24.
over in Ascension,
En 4
but
días,
Hyunmin
el
stepping onto the
jueves.
tier 1 stage here did not look like he skipped a beat at all.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't seem nervous at all, settled straight in. No gremlins to shake off for this guy. It was just
jueves,
straight to the
viernes,
point, round after round after round. An incredibly consistent game from him.
No, el
incredibly
viernes,
sharp
claro,
game,
sí,
and
no
I'm
estaba
excited to
mal
see more of
entonces,
him
sí
up
me
too.
acordé
And you
bien.
mentioned it earlier,
Vuelve a
Big
jugar
Time,
el
right?
viernes.
This is a testament to the coaching staff of DRX on how well they're able to integrate Hyunmin
Está
in here,
bien.
as if
Fue
like
el viernes.
nothing changed.
Ya,
We've
Molbu.
played with Hyunmin since the very
Varió
beginning,
su
you know?
roster de
It's
DRX
not, at this point, it's not
Solo se quedó,
because of
ya,
how
se
well
quedó
he's
con
able to
Mako y
perform,
se
how
quedó
well
con
he's able to set
Flashback.
up just with the rest of his team.
Yeah, DRX are an incredibly young team across the board. I think Mako is the oldest on that team, and he's still really quite young, especially by the rest of the league standards. So the experience that comes from that coaching
después
staff
ha
is how they
renovado
prepare these players and
con-
get them used to the stage and the lights,
Con
and get them settled in
Persia.
to be able to perform like that. Because being able
No,
to play Valorant to that level is one
porque
thing, to be able to do it when it really
PRISA.
matters is another. So it's a great sign that he was
Con
able to show up
Frin,
map 1
Frin,
his
¿quién
very
más?
first day.
I just want to point
Hyu-
out as well,
Hyunmin.
neither of you picked Hyunmin.
Hyunmin, creo que
Yeah.
es,
I
sí,
believe
uno
they
We
have
de
the
los que no
Korean
Korean
recuerdo el
broadcast
nombre.
though,
Hyunmin,
Korean
so-
broadcast,
Ya,
peek on
mira,
over
ahí
there, they
está,
did pick
¿verdad?
Hyunmin.
They know ball, you know,
No,
you
sí,
gotta
está
respect it.
Frin ahí.
Absolutely. But, you know, you mentioned as well earlier, Big Time, about how, you know, the Tejo was very, very interesting to watch. You were talking a lot about how much impact Freeing
Something
had
is
on
a
this one
different,
because
sí,
of this agent.
something is
Yeah,
a-
absolutely. Teo was
very
great to
solid.
watch in this game. It's really nice to
Ya
be able
fue
to see
después
how
de este
teams are
partido.
interpreting this Teo. There was a couple of like key moments that we want to show. So this is the first one. Look at how this stealth drone is able to just go and bully this Cypher.
Ya, pero
Yeah,
el
ready?
Tesco está roto o no está
Pops,
roto. El Tesco
traps
está
are down.
roto siempre.
He's exposed and insta kill. It's very, very hard for Margaret to be playing this Sentinel into the Teo.
And for DRX, I mean, this is almost just running the same kind of strats that you would run on a Sky comp, right? It's
Yeah.
just a stealth drone instead of a dog.
Absolutely, and now this is something I mentioned before the game, but the power of Teo to be able to establish this A main fight. So they win it at the start of the round, Nongshim have to come and try and take it back, and DRX are in stable enough positions to be able to hold the ground, and Nongshim shoot, apologies, Hyunmin shoots everybody in the face, which helps a lot, but
Yeah.
that's that macro control that Teo is able to give you, and we saw how DRX really understood that and brought that to this map.
Yeah, you can bully that map control, you force Nongshim to
Opiniones
have to, you know,
de
wrap through front B, go and
Flores
take
en
Sigueme out,
Apex,
and
le
then
falta
when they
team,
try to
¿no?
re-clear A, with the space that, you know, DRX has taken earlier
Le
on, it's
falta
just an
team,
absolute nightmare for them.
100%.
So how many of these setups do you think Americas and the EMEA are going to start poaching
Desta-
from us?
o sea,
Yeah,
más
I mean,
allá
I think-
del
Ian as well, maybe?
clutch que se
I
hizo
think we're
ese
going to be seeing
día,
a lot more of Teo and Lotus. I think
imagínate que el
looked very
segundo
natural
mejor,
for the map,
o
and
sea,
I feel
ya
like
deja
there's
mucho
even
que
more we
decir
can
que el
do with it
segundo
than,
mejor
what this map
de
shows,
todo su
so I'm
equipo,
excited
de
to see how
acuerdo a
this develops.
estadísticas,
Yep.
sea
That's a
su
kickoff.
And, you know,
coach
leave it to
suplente.
DRX to be able to, you know,
No
kind of
jodas.
be the pioneers of this, right? They've always been those meta setters. And again, testament to the
Se viene
coaching
otra
staff
gente más
behind
este año,
DRX.
sí.
Now, though, we are heading into
Supongo yo
Pearl,
que
and
saldrá.
there are more questions on this map here, Pilsky.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
después de
DRX
esta-
had picked a map that was not particularly successful
De
in the
esta
off-season for
master-
them. I mean, they beat BIILIBILI on Pearl,
Se
if I remember
supone que se
correctly, but
viene-
I don't think they had
¿Qué
too
sale?
good of a
Nuevo
chance
mapa, ¿no?
against
O
some of the
nueva
other
gente.
teams that are in
¿Qué
Pacific.
salió
So
último?
picking a map that has not been
Salió
particularly
mapa,
successful in the off-season for
agente,
you into
mapa,
Nongshim, who
agente.
you probably don't have much data
El
on. Maybe
nuevo
they've
mapa,
scrimmed them and they do have
supuestamente,
kind of an
entonces,
idea
¿no?
of what the comp might be.
No,
for
ya salió
Nongshim.
agente,
You
ya salió
definitely
Tejo.
would expect
Claro.
to see a Neon in
Sale
there.
mapa,
Usually that's paired with a Yoru. I don't actually think
mapa
Nongshim
y después
has the
mapa,
personnel to be playing a
agente otra
Yoru. We've
vez.
seen them try to pull out the Yoru
Pero
in
se viene el
Ascension
nuevo
in the
mapa,
past on Margaret,
supuestamente.
and it really didn't work out for them in terms of Margaret's performance. They
Pero
won the
yo
map,
supongo
but
que
that
será
was
que
against
después de
a team,
Masters,
I think it was Riddle maybe,
más
that they
allá
were
de
able to pull that
Masters.
out. I don't think you're going to be able to play those kind of games in Pacific where you're picking an agent that someone's not particularly comfortable on. They just have too many passive players for me to be running that double duelist, but I'd expect more kind of controllers and senties with the Neon being the ultimate space taker like Danby always does.
Margaret not on
Pero
Cypher?
Flores dio
I
buenas
mean,
what are you
sucesiones.
talking
It
about?
was a shocking moment when he went from I think 19 games of Cypher in VCLKR and then pulled a Yoru out. I mean, you'd expect, okay, Killjoy,
O sea, dio
that's
la
a little
talla
closer,
para
another
estar en
Senti
tier
and Astra,
1,
something like
más
that.
allá
No,
de que les
Yoru.
haya ganado en
And I think
80.
with DRX, I would
Pero
generally say if you're having bad
está muy
performances in the
peleado
off-season,
la
then the
mayoría de
meta
los
changes,
partidos. O
and
sea,
now they're bringing it
ninguno ha
as a
sido
pick
paliza.
into the Pacific. I'm kind of expecting a comp change from them, and I
mean,
wouldn't be surprised to see more Teo here.
That's what I was gonna say, man. Like, when I saw Teo, I was like, Abyss and Pearl post plans. We're in Abyss and Pearl meta. It's nice open post plans that you can play.
Ah, Super. Hasta que empiece el partido otra vez. O le adelanto. ¿Cómo es? Hay uno que se le pone velocidad. Aquí. Hasta que se pare solito. Ahora sí, ya se pare solito.
Obviously, Neon, Cypher, already in
Está.
there, right?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot of teams that aren't afraid to play slower.
Dice,
comps, to play
adelanta el
multiple
directo.
Sentinels,
No
or
se
to
puede
play double
adelantar el
controller on
directo y
Pearl
se
at
va a
the moment. It
adelantar
feels
el
like that's
directo,
kind of
¿no?
a flavor of the month, and you've been really enjoying the Vice. I think we might have even seen DRX play a little bit of that in the off season, so that might be something that comes up again.
Yeah, Vice is a very natural fit on
Pero
the map.
Javo, tú que,
I think
tú
we
que
saw it
estás,
yesterday. We
no.
saw how much impact
Se
it is
hizo
able to have. So I
evento
am curious if these teams
en
will
Perú.
be adapting to that, but I do think it's very individual based upon every team's own flavors.
Something
De
else to touch
Tejo,
on as well, just
y la
before we
gente
go into
estaba
the agent
diciendo que
selectors,
muy
we didn't talk
ZZZ.
about it, but you talked about it on the first day. Teo's ability
La
to
verdad es
counter
que no
something
fui.
like Cypher that Margaret loves to
Me
play is
quedaba bien
something that
lejos
DRX will
del
definitely be
Callao
thinking about
Surco.
picking that on freeing in the last map.
And it looks as though we are seeing a
Lejísimo.
Vice, but on Nongshim instead of DRX, and we're seeing the Tejo once again.
Yeah, so Danby, singular duelist, the solo in
Y
it is going
después
to be the Sky. I think I
vi,
would
me
probably
saltó
prefer the
un
Fade because of the
TikTok
multiple prowlers, but
en...
they're going to back themselves on the Sky for DRX. They are
No
going
sé quién
once
me lo
again
pasó.
for the Tejo there, and
O
like
lo
I
vi.
said, doubly
No
need
lo
to
sé.
give them the
No
flexibility to
reconozco.
find that info and just be able to push and pull around the map on attack.
Yeah, you want to use
Y...
your Teo to kind of help give you that power
O sea,
when
no
you're
es por
taking the sides,
criticar,
and then obviously
o
it's
sí,
very
o
strong
bueno,
again
sí, ¿no?
in the post
Bien
fight, pairing
criticona,
up
ya
with the
estoy.
Sofa. You have a lot of information
Está
to know how to pair up your
no vacío,
to pair up
porque
your
entiendo de
abilities
que no
sorry,
puede entrar mucha gente,
so
porque
I
si
think this is a
no
nice composition. We're still seeing
sucede
Danby on that
esta
Neon, so it's gonna be good no matter what.
aglomeración
Yeah,
de
Holger
gente.
watches Margaret's on Killjoy. Gas! As we wait with bated breath and step into
Pero
we're gonna toss it to Achilles
bien
and
en
Faith
sí,
Thank you
como
very much. Yes, let's go ahead and
stands
get
para hacer
underway here
algo, era
on Pearl.
simplemente como
As we see freeing very much
cosas impresas
from
para la
this tail.
foto y ya está.
See how they fare here on Pearl. Nongshim going to be starting off on this attacking side. See how much oomph they can have behind this with this little duelist here in the hands of Danby.
I love the way that Esk is setting this up for us, talking about the double
Dejó
initiator
bastante que
setup for
desear en
DRX, a
general.
little bit of a change up here for Nongshim with the Vice, and I think a big thing that could come, really be a difference maker in some of these rounds if this is going to be another really close affair is you have a couple ways to deal with
Las
lockdown
transmisiones en
from
YouTube,
Nongshim. DRX doesn't have that
las
as well.
transmisiones
However,
oficiales en
Omni is
YouTube
doing a
se
little bit
ven
of-
mucho
little info
mejores que en
gathering
Twitch.
there. The flashback takes a smidge of damage, but should be a-okay as that's just a bit of a feint.
Tienen una
Nongshim
mucho
that
mejor
speed.
calidad.
Try to go to the other side of the map. Gonna group up with Ivy. Who's gonna be piloting that Vice. So the double Sentinel setup. We saw this the other day. Really annoying on this map. Really powerful on both sides as well because
Lo que he notado
Ice has a little bit of extra
en
ability
estos
to create
partidos de
space.
VCT, a diferencia de... No sé por qué se está quedando,
Laser out
porque
there for a
mejor
moment.
le pongo
It's
el...
commitment.
este de aquí.
Laser out there for a moment. It's
Y...
commitment.
lo regreso.
Catching a glimpse there.
Lo adelanto así como lo adelanté hace un segundo. Porque si no voy retrasada. Y de repente ya se ve, ya listo, ahora sí.
Mako still here. Flashback still tucked away behind screens. Listen to that ask for Foreman. Okay. Gain sight over one another. Now it's a little bit of a fake here. As the approach starts coming back through, but there's a headshot through the corner. Hyunmin able to find the finish now. Persia going to be struck down. Slide forward. Tommy able to find one. Margaret now striking out of Seward. Freeing. Drawing down that ghost so very quickly.
Solo
It's the headshot.
cochonio.
Tommy now scales forward here in secret. Tries to finish them off, but can't quite get it done. 32 HP across Flashback and Freeing, but Mako's still at full.
1 versus 3.
Just Ivy to try to hold the line.
So difficult as an arc grows, but oh, gets the first kill.
Qué buena kill.
One of the lobies. Mako continuing to slowly creep up.
Pero tiene que defusar, ¿no? No van a
I'm
entrar.
ticking.
Está esperando el flash.
Mako gonna be taken down. My God, has he made it happen? He absolutely has.
Qué buen
A Red Bull
flash
clutch
de
here in the first round on
Ivy.
Pearl. Nongshim
Pero
can take
fueron
another
muy
pistol.
And it looked like that was going to be DRX's
descoordinados.
pistol. They were just going to be continuing on where they left off
Para
on
el
Lotus.
retake son muy
They hold this down so
descoordinados.
well. Persia has no idea. Someone's tucked in behind screens.
DRX.
Nice trading there for Flashback and Freeing. Freeing doing a phenomenal job covering for
¿Ves?
the loss
Se
of Bane.
aparece uno por un lado antes de que el otro
Gotta be real careful with this
haya al
Nongshim
menos
team.
adelantado un
They're
poco
going
sabiendo ya
to put
dónde
pressure on
estaba.
you on every part of the map that they can. They're going to constantly be
El
prodding
mismo error
to see where that
tenía
open
Crew
space is. But
de ir
DRX, to their
apareciendo
credit,
uno por
handles it
uno.
relatively well. It's just, you give Ivy those 1v1s and he doesn't miss. He has been so good for this squad.
De tenerle mucho respeto al rival, lo que pasó hoy día también con Leviatán
That's not a shotgun.
y
I mean, you could
Furia.
use it as one,
Furia le
yes.
tenía
close
mucho
enough.
Yeah,
respeto
exactly.
a Leviatán para
We'll
jugar
just go ahead and swap over to the Guardian. Mako eating a bit of damage
los
there to the
duelos.
corner of the wall. Shots down towards Hyunmin as well as Bane just trying to clear out that Trailblazer, but again, he's not able
De
to do
no
so.
ir a
Margaret hit
pushear,
firing,
de ir
takes out Freeing.
lentito,
Once again,
cuando
just heading out of the
probablemente
sewer. Meantime, Wall
Furia
set up over
debió
on
ser
short
agresivo, o sea,
as
teniendo
Bane
a
trying to get the
Hit.
intercept, but will get stunned up by the relay bolt. Only puts Dombey down to 52 HP.
That wall gave it away there. That's why Dombey was so prepared with that relay
Hit,
bolt.
Havot,
3 players
¿quién
left.
más
Can they do any
estaba?
damage?
No recuerdo ahora muy bien los nombres.
Legs him. Doesn't manage to re-steady the aim
Pero
for a
iba
follow-up
muy
shot,
lento.
so can't confirm the kill. Hyunmin
Aspas está
spotted.
en mi
Ivy
BR.
eventually able to find the headshot there.
Probablemente Aspas
4-0-1
esté
on that
en
Vice, now
el
just 2
peor
charges away from
equipo.
having the ult online, and it looks like Mako and Flashback intent.
O sea, siendo
Try to
uno
die
de
to
los
spike.
mejores jugadores del mundo,
Absolutely.
si es que no el mejor
Not much
duelista,
left that you can do at this point, so
esté en el peor
Post up.
equipo que le pudo haber
I think he's
tocado,
gonna
la verdad.
challenge you around these tight angles. Get that right-click classic to go for Mako, but certainly Ivy not gonna
Juega
consider
también, no sé si juega jueves o
right play for
viernes.
sure, and yeah, Nongshim, the back of a incredible pistol
Yo
clutch
supongo que por un tema de
able to sneak through
afinidad,
with
de
their own
que
anti-eco. As we move on, now we get to see what the
más
real
allá de la
ideas
paga,
are
el estar
going
en
to
un
be
equipo
for DRX on
brasileño.
this defender side. Certainly challenging.
No, yo creo que
going
fue más
against this
allá del
Nongshim
dinero,
team.
porque estoy
With
100%
how
segura que Leviatán
aggressive
le
they
estaba
can be
ofreciendo una
for
millonada. O
anybody
sea,
in the world. Try to defend.
en Leviatán
So,
carreaba al equipo.
nice kill.
Era Aspas King.
I'm
En
very
ese
curious
equipo
about
de Leviatán
position
jugaba Aspas,
util.
Massino y King.
really clutch here.
Tanto Com como Tex
Don't have a side for
eran
the traditional agent that a lot of people look to
carreados,
slow
por
down
decirlo
the
así.
neon. To rely on your own info gathering and the success
A
that
lo
they were
mucho que le
finding with
podemos
shutting Dombey
atribuir
down.
a Com
That's the
eran
info.
que ganen los
Would have been
clutch,
instant kill on the
¿no?
loss of that
Que
retail armor.
ganó varios. Es un
Still just
clutcher de
watching.
manual,
Down here on Halls, Spike being brought
Com.
a little bit closer.
porque siempre trata de guardarse las habilidades
out.
para clutchar, tipo los shock darts, el reveal, los juegan muy
Really
bien.
doing a nice job in the early part of this,
Pero
trying to
más
work the
allá
map.
de eso,
A lot of different looks.
jugaban
though,
solo los tres.
Clear out some of that KJ utility. That's
Si
a
es
great
que
find for him,
alguno no se
honestly.
caía, carreaba
Gets picked off,
aspas.
but doesn't seem like
Y, era
challenge him
que
towards mid.
se murieran los dos
They've got a great
norteamericanos,
read on this
tanto
map
Tex
right
como
now. They have a
Con,
ton of
para
space.
que Massino y King empezaran
Well
a
kept
calear
DRX
en
from being able
brasileño, para que Aspas pueda entender.
Over stack towards one side or the other.
Do they read this? Trailblazer certainly could.
E iba así.
Yep, Nebula.
Tanto
Mako
con,
trying to
pero no
dance
eran
around it.
regulares.
Dot, but Frig, he's
No
into
eran
the solo
regulares,
fight too.
tipo
Persia
como cuando
Francis
juega
somehow
Aspas,
taken down
Aspas
by
es
that.
100% regular.
In the meantime,
No
Fucking follow up,
no
third shot,
suele
damn it, dead.
caerse en un partido.
I think he grabbed Weld.
might have been the combo.
Mi BR es de
Either way.
Brasil. Sí, mi BR es de Brasil.
No, Mako couldn't see a damn thing.
No, Mako just sacrificed, well,
He's
almost.
Just strafing through
Tú
walls and
es un
smokes.
I thought he was
equipo
going to sacrifice himself for
argentino
something.
con
right now, DRX
players
looking for the flawless bonus
chilenos.
and
El
freeing.
único player,
Looking for an ace,
bueno,
but it's
ex
tough.
player
Market's
que
gonna
tenía
be
en
able
su
to give it
momento
to him.
argentinos
He's gonna go
era
ahead and bounce back into
BNJ
club.
con Klaus.
Freeing with another
Ya
4K
ninguno
round.
en el roster, ahora es 100%
And
chileno.
there you have it. DRX, flawless fashion. Playing out the
El
anti-bonus.
roster, porque el equipo es argentino.
That was absolute madness. Again, these combos, something I'm going to be looking for here.
Eso a lo Heretics, ¿no?
I can't tell.
Puta, que, Tejo está roto. Qué locura con Tejo.
Either way, he did well.
Yes, it was very, very good.
He did a damn good job.
I
El
didn't
Kun es la
see
imagen.
the
El
grab
Kun
well.
es dueño del
I
equipo.
can't tell for sure. I don't know, man. It was whatever.
I don't know.
Maybe they just kind of got confused with all the chaos of the smokes and just kind of took a little too long to get out of
Did
there.
he find, like, Francis was using the Trailblazer, and then Persia, was he caught in his, like, astral form, and they just both were indisposed and died?
That could be.
Claro, de
Either
ahí
way,
le pasó, era
hit here on the B side,
dueño
it would seem.
único, por decirlo así, y ahora es co-dueño Messi.
With
Pues, ¿no?
Mako fighting another
Oh, la
straight through that
mierda.
smoke. Armageddon shoving them back here for the moment, buying some time.
But you lose your Astra. That's really challenging now for DRX. You're gonna have to rely so much on those initiators to get good info. You're even gonna have to use the stealth drone here just to make
Esa
sure that
cosita se
1B
rompe
has been
muy
cleared now.
instantánea, el
That
tema
does
del
give you
drone.
a ton of info though. Only seeing that one player, that
O
allows
sea,
you to shift back
dos balas y
towards
ya
the
está
other side of
roto.
the map. A little bit more diligence being shown by Flashback that I can see, checking water, at least being aware of that position.
No sé si sucede lo mismo
Don't
con el
have any
drone de
info
Soba.
gathering utility though. Turret's not there. Obviously the Astra Stars aren't going to come into play. So the Nano Swarm going to have to be pretty timely.
Cuando se
From
activa no se rompe,
flashback
sí,
and Gunmi
no,
trying to
sí
use
se
that
puede
tight
romper.
angle from
Incluso
dugout.
estando en el aire, a la hora que le haces clic y se eleva un poquito, igual lo puedes romper. Se rompe muy
Gonna go
fácil.
for the peak and instantly is rewarded. Snappy kill. Ivy on the floor. Plant now getting ready to come through. Flashback reinforcing here from Secret, but early delayed.
Plante, vuelve a
Salvo's coming
plantar.
back in, cycles it down. Now 10 seconds remaining. The plant coming in, spray through the wall. Get a little bit of additional damage there. Flashback able to find one, but then gets taken down. Freeing similarly.
2v2.
Drop at the same time.
El dueño de Heretics
Francis
es
and
Tere.
Margaret.
No,
Pushed
el
every forward.
dueño
That
de
alarm bot
Heretics
absolutely
es
nullified, as is Hyunmin. Francis finding the shot.
Oh.
Doesn't even eat much damage, and Bane now completely unaware about the flank from behind. Margaret will strike him down.
Gref
That's
es
going to
socio
be
de,
getting him 3-1.
Heretics.
Man,
También
nice
es
effort by
una...
Hyunmin off the rip.
Son socios,
Been
en Heretics
so
son
good on those
socios.
opening.
No me
kills
acuerdo el
on the
nombre
executes,
de
whether they're
este
first
tipo
kills or not.
que es socio con Gref.
So clean on there. I don't know, Mako. That's just challenges that Vandal. Thinking, oh, I have a Phantom. Surely you
Ay,
won't be
qué
able to guess
rica
where these
bala le
bullets are
puso.
coming from. We do. Francis, though.
Sí se
This one right
demora
there,
en
that's huge.
romper porque
Get that
se
kill.
quede.
That breaks it open
Claro.
for Margaret to keep going for
Pero
that
por
work.
ejemplo, si a
That's going to be an
Borges
early
Versace
timeout from Termi. I don't blame him.
Sí. O
I
sea,
think you're seeing
es
some of
como
those
una
problems
sociedad.
that we saw on Lotus on the defender side or
Heretics es
DRX
como una
rear their
sociedad.
ugly heads again.
Tiene varios,
You're going to need to make sure
varios socios.
you're on point. Again, you got to be real careful there. Don't want to lose Mako. I mean, to Mako's credit,
Hay otro que es como que se le
you
conoce
expect in
así,
that
tal
moment you've got a
cual como
Phantom.
el
It's going to be
dueño
harder for them to
de
find that
Heretics.
angle. You can see those
Bien.
bullet tracers
No
coming
recuerdo
through,
el
but
nombre.
still. A little bit more awareness. I think maybe don't give up the map space quite
Ibai
as
sí es
easily in
dueño de
Art in
Koi.
particular.
Ibai es dueño de
It's
Koi,
going to be
aunque
a
ahora
real
está
pain point.
asociado
Keep
como
giving up that
Star.
extra angle towards A.
Supongo yo que se asociaron por temas monetarios más que
Down on the
nada.
map right now by Nongshim. Kind of curious what they're going to be considering for this next round. This one, you know, again, a bit of a head scratcher for me.
DRX
With
es copropietario.
DRX taking this map.
DRX es
Again, wasn't
copropietario. Y el otro
super stellar for them.
propietario,
Tejo,
¿quién es? 20.
we've seen some value out of it on both maps.
Visa,
And
no,
this seems to be
solo
kind of
pro.
what they're leaning into.
Le ponen
they
visa
got a
tal
bit of a
cual
better
como
read.
sucede, por ejemplo, en el fútbol. No sé si han visto que,
No, it's not.
por ejemplo, la de España en un momento era Liga
Used to be
Santander,
the old standard.
después pasó a ser Liga BBVA.
Remember
Se
the
le
days
pone
where we played
el
Haven just
extra
about
del
every day?
nombre de acuerdo a quien
Never saw ice box.
patrocine.
That map didn't exist, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that map came out in 2023, Achilleos.
Icebox?
I'm joking.
Yeah. I'm saying I mean, I have to clarify.
Si
Oh, yeah.
mañana
Oh, okay.
llega a
You are, 'cause I know.
patrocinarnos, por ejemplo,
Yeah. Look, sometimes
HyperX, ¿no?
the old memory
Sería
ain't so
Crew
good, but
HyperX, por decirlo así.
today it's I'm actually
Se
feeling
llama Giorgio.
Oh,
Ah, está, claro.
Well, he just does it again. Didn't lead to a round win last time.
Giorgio
We'll see
y
if it does
Antonio.
this time. Flashback, holding things down
Giorgio
over
era
here.
el
At main link,
que
finds
tenía en
Margaret.
mente y no tenía en mente. O sea,
Decide,
el que
okay,
no
let's
me
just
salía
take
el
the weapon
nombre.
out of Mako's hands. Maybe then it won't be quite as
No!
deadly, but he still finds Persia, tries to go for the reload. Francis swinging into the corner, will be able to find him. Flashback, taking down at the same
Mano,
time as
se
Free,
cayó
trying to hold
horrible.
things, backpedaling. Ooh, gets along the corner. I think he may have just seen a pixel out of place.
didn't want to challenge that. Wanted to wait for some backup.
Main playing this patiently, but Ivy winning the fight.
Goodness.
Given
Ivy.
how Freeing has been performing today, that is a hell of a fight to win. Gunman now, last one standing.
Spike down B.
Play for
He and
time.
Ivy very well aware of each other's
Ivy
positions.
tiene-
Yep, tries to
Oh,
go for
que
the fight.
pega
Ivy. He is prepared for it, and yeah, playing for time, certainly something that I think the rest of DRX and Fermi and Glow watching from the coaching booth are going to have wished that they had gone for.
Yeah, I think Yunmin's gonna get a bit of a talking to after that one. Mako plays this so darn well off the rip, even with the steel
Ivy
guard in
con
there.
todo su
Take him
equipo,
down to
o
a pistol,
sea,
still finds one.
sin prisa,
Able to keep himself
con
tucked in
todo el
that
equipo
corner.
debutando, le está haciendo la
You know,
lucha,
I don't know if there are any nanos available to try to clear him out there or not.
I mean, hey, you hit that,
le
you hit
está
that
dando
instant
pelea
headshot
de
so
RX
cleanly on that first
increíble.
peak.
Yeah.
I understand why
Ivy no está en
went for the
otro
second
equipo.
one,
I
but
get it. You know, it's that confidence, and I respect
No,
it.
no
I really do.
recuerdo
But
a
probably the
Ivy en
mathematical
otro
play there
equipo
to
de
play for
VCT.
time.
oh, for sure.
He's young, you know.
Call that an overheat.
Indeed.
Camping, sliding forward, setting up the relay bolts. Takes a
Puta madre,
immense
le
amount of damage,
cayó
but
de
Mako this
todo a
time unable to
Mako.
find the kills. I believe all the knives, maybe try but one there. Dumped from Hyunmin.
Así pegaba solo
So
que se
basically need to get a
derrumbó ese choro.
headshot. Okay, well,
Investigo
that
rápido,
certainly is out.
dale, 20.
He's going to try to maybe caterpillar forward.
Oh.
He's hunting here with that shorty. And take Persia down to 28 HP, but can't quite confirm the kill. Margaret, in the meantime, finding the shot. Heal comes across from Francis, and suddenly Dampy right back up to 100 HP.
Pushear nada más para hacer
Like
las
this new
eco.
flavor we're seeing from
Frags.
Nongshim, pulling out these outlaws on this map.
Which one? Red? Chin black?
Well done. I like both,
Queda
actually.
Flynn, que se va a suicidar, lo van a matar.
Flawless round. Nongshim very much starting to run away with this one.
5-1,
How
locura.
far down this rabbit hole do we have to go for Termi to feel pressure to pop that second time out?
Well, you might give him a few more rounds. He's got to be balding a little bit in that coaching booth, I'm sure. But no, I mean, I like the outlaw choices. I think, you know, on this map, of course, it's much longer range fights that you're going to be finding yourself at. So taking a shotgun, not going to be nearly as effective as on most of the other maps in the map pool. So certainly cool to see that they have the ability to kind of flex out with some of those different guns, show us some new looks. Dambi, this time around, they're going to be trying to push hard. Freeing under so much pressure.
Gonna be, yeah. I mean,
Ah,
just looking out of
super
town, does get
soñado.
held
Oh!
off. Gunman, however, out in main, just tucked away behind the box, completely unscouted, unnoted, and unpunished. 2 quick kills into that orb tank. Halfway to the next set of
Los dos
blades,
que
and the rest
iban
of
por
Nongshim gonna
mí
be
tenían la
scratching their
tarea
heads.
de ir revisando.
Margaret out into the open, just getting steadily whittled away out there by the KJ turret. This drone will get dropped here. Dampy just desperately trying to find something through the box.
This is
Lo que sí se da, lo que sí, o sea, lo que sí se dan cuenta
find a
es
place
que
to use it.
Tejo no reemplaza a Soba, o sea,
It's just a
se
complete
juegan los
containment.
dos.
for
tal cual
DRX.
como
The
está
only thing
haciendo
they don't have control of is
DRX,
mid.
¿no? Por un tema de
Freeing's
información.
watching. He's ready.
Ah,
Margaret's in
que le
trouble if
espera.
he tries to
Margaret's
come
stuck
lo
in
voy.
so many rounds.
Yep.
Freeing very much anticipating it. And there you go, gets rewarded for his patience. Young in the meantime, still trying to poke a prod in
30 seconds left.
from main. Now being Francis very much held back. 25 seconds remaining. Looks like the call to save being
No,
executed
no
here.
es un spotter como,
Just great
como
delay,
fake,
great stall
que
in this round for DRX.
en cierto
Really is what
punto sí
wins
se
them the
puede
day.
reemplazar
Obviously, Hyunbin with a
fake
great double on the edges,
con
but
Sova.
the fact that they
10
prevented
seconds
the
left.
Donby execute through art, just
Pero
gumming it
atajas
up with
más
a
un
ton of different
iniciador
util,
como Breach,
made it so that
se
Nongshim
podría
just
decir.
really couldn't get that pressure that
Solo
they
que
wanted
tiene un
to. Tried to set
reveal.
up for like a 3-2 split, tried to make a
Me
fast hit
equivoqué,
towards
no
A,
sé
and
dónde
got
te
shut
fue,
down
porque
on
lo
both
único que saca
sides.
info de Tejos.
So that
La
one's
única
got to
que
feel
saca
good for
info,
DRX,
claro,
get the confidence going again.
es el
Especially for
cucarachito
Hyunmin.
ese. Por eso es que
Missed
no
out
lo
on that clutch,
reemplaza,
and
pues solo tiene
earlier
un
this time
reveal.
around, good for 2 big kills.
Que,
Now you're
que
starting
ni
to see those
siquiera se
adjustments come through.
regenera
Now you're starting
como,
to see DRX read the map
como la
quite a bit
flecha.
better.
Entonces, por eso no
Tejo,
termina de reemplazar a
alarm bot, a little
ninguno.
bit extra util to help them out.
Claro, ahorita está roto y se juega
let
bastante por el
Man
tema
that-
de que
Man that double
Tejo
door out B-Link.
es un counter
Just use the turret to play
de
off
los
that.
centinelas.
See if they
De que
wanna try
les
to put some more
puedes
pressure on
destruir
Mako. He's
todo
getting real
rápido
annoying
y
to
en
deal
que
with. Now they
encima
have an op, though.
las bombas, las
It's gonna make
réplicas
things a little bit
esas,
more challenging for
se
Mako.
recargan. Y son
Was just
dos.
spraying through
O
smokes,
sea
but
que en una partida tienes 4 de esas.
Challenging for Mako is impossible for most others.
true. That's fair.
Wise to it.
Es que todo el equipo de Sin Prisa, bueno, comprado ahora por NS, es nuevo.
Mako's out there solving Rubik's Cubes while the rest of us are playing Connect 4. Trying to...
Por eso no se me hacía yo que lo había escuchado.
I mean, he's still got the stars. Still has some smokes. Has the Cosmic Divide. Do have a lockdown.
Upward flashback. Really into the corner, and nope, now it's going to be spotted with Freeing. He's down here at the bottom of connector. Comes up with the kills, and then a flashback protected. Swings out to find Ivy, and once again, with 2 players left standing and an AWP in play, Nongshim are going to have to just make the call to save here.
La Jet, si se ve el mouse,
Francis is still committing forward, however.
siempre está comiendo este espacio, entonces está como sacando info de toda la parte de main de A. Eso hace que ya los estuvieran esperando por este lado.
This round is absolutely DRX's.
That's actually pretty huge. A few small mistakes here from DRX. To be honest, you gotta rely on that trade there.
Leviatán sigue siendo equipo latino.
And they are gonna drop
Claro, la gente está resentida por el tema de que Leviatán ha buscado gente americana más que buscar talento latino. Y se le está criticando más que nada por eso. A diferencia de Crew, que trata de sacar siempre o trata de jugar siempre con gente latina. Ya sea de Chile, sea de Argentina, de Colombia, o sea, no importa si es de Langolas, pero siempre está tratando de mostrar talento latino. O sea, es lo bueno de Crew. A diferencia de Leviatán, que vio que no le sirvió y dijo, ¿sabes qué? Yo quiero ganar y bueno, se trajo americanos. Qué bonito. ¿Qué onda, Gino? ¿Cómo estás? ¡Oh! ¿Cuántas veces se ha colado ahí el Humin? Es la tercera vez que se cuela ahí, güey. Es increíble. Casi le pegó la bala.
I thought Freeing was dead to rights there for a second.
Sabe que la maratón para
Just
rotar.
found the perfect timing, dude, to bail him out.
Stars have to try to continue to bait this.
O lo va a ir a buscar.
Slowly cutting across over
No, va
towards
a
B.
rotar.
Now, Flashback is gonna figure it out real
El
quick there.
Humin se ha metido acá, puta,
Has to assume
todas las
this has
rondas,
gone all the way
creo.
over to B.
He's drifting back over now. We'll have this confirmation here in a moment. Question is Persia, how does he try to play this here on the post plant? Flashback making his way through that link.
No!
Swarm.
Puta madre,
Popped.
¿cómo se ve? Pero ya te
Quite a bit of
escuchó,
damage there.
ya sabe que estás
That
ahí.
also goes to show the Flashback might have a decent idea
Oh,
that he's
no.
trying to get into that disconnected position all the way down
Sí,
long
claro, lo
rather than playing
escuchó.
this up
No,
close.
sí,
Absolutely.
se lo escuchó,
You
sabe.
know that he's going to have that gravel available.
Pushing
Sabe que
forward,
está
looking
ahí.
to play the time. Would love to get the kill before the Gravwell can even become a
¿Qué onda,
factor in this
Libu?
one. Persia not hearing the tap, seemingly a bit ready. Oh,
No!
spotting each other out now for
El
sure.
timing.
Turret going to be set up. Flashback sprinting over, but now time is very much working against him.
No!
There's the
Uf,
pull. Takes him off the half. Can't get
Ay.
it done.
la gana.
Persia's patience pays
La
off.
ganó por utilidad.
As that is going to be Nongshim, keeping themselves separated once again, up by 3 rounds.
Bien
Some of these
jugado por
rounds have just
Persia.
been absolute madness.
Todo bien, Limu.
I mean,
Ay,
just
bu,
when you think
tenía
like one
para
team's
ganarla.
got this
¿Cuál
in the bag, the
bu?
other one pulls out a miraculous play,
Maui.
and then Persia comes through with just a very nice clutch. So annoying for Bane there.
Ah,
Unbelievable.
qué
Right through the head of
bonito
Margaret into the
collab.
body of Dombi.
No se lo pudo hacer ahí porque,
Persia,
bueno,
though,
Persia llegaba tarde.
Able to scoop up an operator, find a kill of his own, and then work the spike over to the other side, and that Gravwell was really, really annoying for Flashback to do
Pone la
it just
torreta
as
al
one
lado de
person
Spike.
had to
Ah,
push that
ya,
angle,
claro,
try
la
and
que
find that
hizo
kill, but didn't have the gun out
ese...
when he needed to.
Oh,
Pacey
no
hit,
me
but there's so much util at the
acuerdo
front of this A site.
qué
The
equipo
Stars
lo
got the
hizo.
nano. Gonna use
Sí
that
lo vi, sí
lockdown.
lo vi.
There's no Hunter's Fury though. Bane won away from it, so they've actually got a
Todo
great
bien,
opportunity.
Limu, ¿qué
Couldn't
tal
clear it
tú?
yet with Teo
yeah.
util.
Salva's come out, freeing. Able to shut down Tommy. He was just trying to
En que, en que la torreta se queda anclada cuando defusas.
Plenty of players taking an immense amount
Para
of damage.
que
He's
te
still down
deje
to
defusar y
25.
no te arrastre, no te saque
Francis.
del defuse.
Had bit of healing left. Only put him up to 51. Mako swinging dead. Francis able to find him.
El Karambit que saldrá para Master,
It's all down to
sí,
freeing.
se ve
Can't
bonito.
quite line up the shots. Despite the early advantage,
Lo compraré, no sé, no
Destruction
tengo
on that
plata.
lockdown. This round might just be getting
He
away with
dejado
DRX
de
once more.
comprar skins.
But
Ya
very
no
narrow
compro.
margins.
It's got to be so frustrating.
La última que compré fue el de la
that would've been a hell of a
Champions
flick.
y antes de esa la de
Pushes on the
Q y
corner.
antes de
Doesn't manage to
esa
find it. Franklin
ninguna.
connecting. Push in over towards dugout.
Fueron mis
Margaret
únicas
can find that
adquisiciones
kill.
del año
Swing out,
pasado.
Gunman, the op shot. Flies straight and
La
true.
skin de la Champions
Once
y el
again, the
skin de
star
Crew.
set up. Persia sending it. Hyunmin getting out in front of the Gravwell. For anything else,
Una,
but
sacan
no one
muchas
gives him the
skins.
angle, no one
Dos,
gives him the shot, and he
algunas
has
son
no
muy
idea
bonitas,
that
me
they're
dan
both
ganas
over
de
in main.
comprarlos y
So
después
tough.
me acuerdo para qué, si ya tengo
Has to just run
skins.
away. 7 rounds now achieved here for Nongshim.
En mi cabeza entra eso, el tema de ya tengo
This is
esas
this
skins y
one's
tengo varias
gotta
skins.
sting a little bit as DRX
¿Para qué
because
necesito más?
you nullify the lockdown, you take down
No,
Donby.
no las
It's like
termino de comprar.
so much
Ya por dormir, pero
of their
ya no,
execute
no
util
sé
is
qué
gone,
partidas.
and instead they just walk down the ramp and gun you down. Just take you apart
¿Qué
one
hora
by
es?
one.
Acá son las 4:30.
The spacings there just a little bit off for DRX to really trade off of each other effectively and back each other up. Something that'll have to be worked on in the VOD review, I'm sure.
YouTube.
Mako challenges, loses. Bane
6 con
challenges,
32.
loses. Freeing challenges,
Ya por
loses.
amanecer.
That's basically the round over. Yeah, Hyunmin has looked spectacular on that duelist roll. Another quick R hit. Bane calling for backup.
Yeah, I think he was looking to try to go for a drone there, but it immediately knows that he's going to have to try to backpedal, and he just cannot plant his feet. Domby gets in on top of that flip. Not quite
¡Ay!
gonna connect. Dueling shorties here within the smokes, and Anna's trying to stay the ball
Duelo de
game, but
shorties.
dashing forward.
¡No! ¡Le falló!
It doesn't matter. He's still here. He's still alive, and he is still
Le
finding impact.
wifió y su compañero lo
Two kills picked
salvó.
up. Spike with the arc stairs. Attempted a quick shot. That
Yeah.
shorty not
Venía a
reloaded.
ver a PRX T1.
Slows him up.
A las 6
Double push
empieza
up.
ese.
Coming
Bueno,
through.
después de este
Flashback, covering
partido.
fire, able to
Si
find
acaba
one.
antes,
Mako
empieza antes.
guns down the other two. Chaos incarnate here on round number 11, but DRX managed to persevere.
Si DRX
Chance of their
se
own
monta
75
y la
half.
gana,
I
se
mean,
cierra.
Hyunmin there, just
Y
phenomenal
si no,
movement.
hay un mapa más.
Donby storms through, gets the kill, and
Tutiña
then
dejó el balo.
Hyunmin's
No
just
lo
like, help me
sé.
out, bro. Freeing's
tengo
like, yeah, I
idea.
got you. No problem. Ah, that time the coordination is so good,
No lo he visto prender
Hyunmin there.
stream. Después
He's not even a
del
neon.
equipo de
and
Zen,
he's breaking ankles.
se armó un
Phenomenal
mix.
stuff.
Well, if you're just
Y
tuning in for the
después
first
de
time, welcome to
eso-
APAC. Yes, it's like this every day.
Después más.
And we wouldn't have it any other way.
No, we would not. We get our regularly scheduled, high-octane breaks when Zeta plays.
Yeah, exactly.
Every now and then, they've been stepping up the aggression as well.
Yeah.
Hyunbin.
Pero lo último que supe fue
boy.
que se armó
Backing
un
away,
mix
sensing the pressure
para...
coming in from the flank. Has to just go ahead and evacuate back towards Secret. Little check there on the corner, then slide in the
Para
dugout. That would have been a hell of a
VCT.
flick, but once again, can't make it happen. Bane, however, finding a nice timing. This freeing does get a ping reveal into multiple players, but Ivy bouncing around the corner. Has managed to shut him down. Mako now on his lonesome. Cosmic Divide in the back pocket.
Pelé el sitio antes de plantar
Nongshim, but
sin
full
prisa.
set of utility, but Mako just continues to get away with murder in broad daylight.
That's huge. Just can he read Ivy's reposition? This is unexpected. To move out into the cubby.
¿Sabe? ¿Sabe? No sabe. No, no sabe dónde
A
está.
lot of his util to
No
work
sabe
with.
dónde
There's
está.
something with the Nova Pulse. See if you can read this.
The Nebula set up.
Ay.
Ivy right here alongside it. His back is turned.
Ah,
Mako
la
this
jugó.
time cannot
Pero
make
qué
it happen.
bien
Cannot
juega
get the
Ivy.
clutch. Nongshim will have a 4-round lead as we close out the half.
Es la segunda vez que lo
It's
hace
scrappy.
perfecto.
That's often somewhat playing into the hands of Nongshim. However, few of these rounds have come down to 1v1s that DRX hasn't been able to convert. I mean, you think back to that Yeonmin one. That was a painful one
Paco
to take.
también lo jugó bien
That
porque
might have
primero
swung a round or
activó
two. Besides that
el
one,
humo
into
para poder
Nongshim's
pasar
favor.
la barrera, pero no se lo esperaba ahí.
And just some of these fast executes, DRX trying to backpedal, still getting caught by deep
Aspas es mejor.
utility from the
Aspas
Astra
es el
time.
mejor duelista
They're
actualmente
trying to
del
get
mundo.
out of there, and they're able to use that neon
Diría yo.
wall to isolate Yeonmin, take him down in that previous round. That's really nice stuff there. Kind of take DRX apart piece by piece. The execute so well thought out, so
Hablando
well
como
done
player
by Nongshim
individual.
on that attacker side. But
Porque
side of this
Cancan puede
pretty strong.
destacar,
see if DRX can
pero lo
match.
acompaña su equipo.
Was 4 enough? Smile on Mako's face.
Something puede destacar, pero
See what
lo
Tommy wants to
acompaña su
talk
equipo. O sea,
about.
hay un equipo detrás.
Really,
Y
now it's your turn to set the
Aspas
tempo, your
jugaba
turn to set the
con
pace. See if you can knock
tres
Nongshim out
era
in 2.
3 regulares y 12
We're gonna be going all
regulares.
the way to Fracture for a third.
No acompañaba todo el
I'm
equipo.
fine with
Creo
because
yo.
that is a great map.
The two series that we have today,
Tex es
Yes.
el más
Oh,
irregular
I'm no
de
break.
I am
Leviathan,
good with a 6-mapper.
Yeah,
en mi opinión.
Both series sound and look absolutely stacked. Just a couple chill guys here in the audience hanging out. But yeah,
El
I'm
mejor
all
duelista de
good to go to 6.
2024.
Flat
Sí,
check can
claro.
wait. I'm on that at midnight.
Oh, are you?
But they'll have to just hold off.
Yeah, they can definitely wait. I mean, we're usually waiting for Sideshow anyways. So.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bold Eggman, never on time.
Eggs just don't have, great senses of timing.
Nope.
What can we say? This is kind of the
¿Qué se
classic
necesita
setup that
para
we've been
llegar
seeing a
a
lot with
pasar por
Device.
Premier?
Set up
¿no?
the wall right from the
Pasar por
screens.
Premier, subir a
in the
BCL
corner.
de LAS o
As
LAN,
DRX is gonna have
dependiendo
to
de
bait
qué
this out.
equipo seas. No,
Kinda deal
primero
with it
antes
afterwards.
de
Try to work the map a little bit, but it
de
gives so
Premier
much space to Nongshim.
hay un
They just get ahead of it.
torneo
Yep, they're in.
para
Oh,
ver
I'm
si
cutting
subes a
off. Too much here.
BCL.
Okay,
Una
that's
vez
one way to do
subido a
it.
Yep, Blake coming
BCL,
through, and now it's
tienes
gonna
que
have to be a
jugar
full
los
5-man
partidos
attempts here from Nongshim. Still Persian, a big
y después
walkabout.
de esos partidos tienes que ver el
Nongshim's playing
enfrentamiento
DRX
entre
have to try
LAN
to
y
rotate after
LAS
baiting that through.
para
They were
jugarse
already
los
trying to get in the mid, but
dos
we need to get there.
clasificados, porque creo que son dos clasificados.
Push into halls. Ivy able to find one. Hyunmin going to be flushed out. It's a low HP member here on the side of
Y
DRX.
después de eso jugarse el
Just
ascenso.
matter of damage taken here.
Es
Shot
todo
ready.
un
First
proceso.
one sent. Connecting.
Oh,
3 players. Their HP bar broken down. Second volley goes out.
Pero
Bane
sí
able to
es
find one.
Premier.
Ring with another. And now,
Después
running out of
de
intel, the defuse being
Premier
held.
hay un
And the spray will
torneo.
come through. DRX
Después de ese
will keep things
torneo
tied up
pasas
as far as the
recién a
pistols are concerned. They
BCL.
will take that first step.
Después de
trying to run
BCL
back this
juegas la
Pearl.
clasificación
great-
de dos
great play call
equipos,
here
porque
from
son los dos
Termi and
equipos
company.
de la TAM, tanto de LAS y de LAN
getting them
juntos.
ready for this
Pueden ser
round.
dos de LAS
Just
o dos de
saying,
LAN,
here's what they
dependiendo
usually
de quiénes
do.
clasifiquen, pero solo
Their
dos
default there is
clasifican
to put that wall
para el
between screens
Ascension.
and B.
Y después de eso
Let's
juegas
just
el
get ahead of it.
Ascension
They're not going to be quite
y
mentally
después
prepared
recién
for it.
juegas,
Just
si,
watching the map,
si ganas,
watching
porque ahí
Nongshim
solo gana uno,
try to figure
de
out,
los-
do we try to go for the
son dos,
continued
4 de
flank?
los
Do we
6
try to get into their
equipos,
spawn? Do
solo
we
pasa uno.
regroup and just go for the retake? Ended up going for the regroup and was not quite enough. break through those post plants.
O
That's going to be
sacarla
something that's going
tiene
to be really
tardado.
difficult to deal with DRX.
O sacarla, claro, la va a
that plant
tener
Mako
tardado.
able to clear the Trailblazer,
Sí.
tucks back.
Run, Mako, run.
Oh yeah, long
Sí,
distance covering
porque
fire there with this
Barcelona
Guardian.
viene
Gets quite a bit of
intentando
damage across, but still Mako gonna be
clasificarse
overwhelmed.
desde el
Given the corpses
2023.
somewhat out into the open, they're just gonna have to back away. Weapon not gonna be scooped up, I believe so. An opportunity for somebody on
El
Nongshim to take this
equipo en
into
el
their own hands.
que
This young man
dirigía
trying desperately to get that shot across.
Lucas Rojo.
Like so many before him, inevitably will just give up trying to track Dambi,
I'm out of here.
who surely
Spike
He
planted.
looks, he's like a Looney Tunes character. Just bouncing around all over the place.
well, swing in and almost gets the
Oh.
clap there. Francis Dambi both going to be taken down.
Es
Gonna be
muy
slowed
bueno
up.
con el de
Does
sniper.
end up falling.
Human.
A 3v3.
La que está rompiendo es el Gesin. La que se
Pushing
está
out.
rompiendo es el Gesin,
Speed
sí.
connector, turret up over the top.
No sé.
Nano set up as well to play off the opening tap.
De Gesin es el que tuvo el problema con Kesnet.
Setting out his
Entonces
bouncing
es
nade.
el que no me,
Stave off any pressure
no me
coming
cae
forward.
tan bien. En
Spot out
general.
onto one. The salvo now coming through, and the time is just not going to be there here for them. They push into the top. Bane will be able to go ahead, take out Ivy. Persia finding one, making this a little bit more costly here for the side of DRX. Two players surviving.
Porque
He will be
Kesnet
able to
puede
close out
ser
the
muy
anti-eco.
egocéntrico,
Yeah, I mean,
pero
This is
de ahí a
okay
intentar que
in a
lo,
way for DRX, but I think this is really
que
nice for
lo
Nongshim.
veten
Just a,
de ciertos
aggressive
lugares
push
simplemente por
that,
tener una
you know,
trifulca.
Mako's doing his damnedest, but
No me
it's so
pareció
hard
óptimo,
when Dambi's
entonces es como,
creating that extra
Ben,
angle that you have
estás
to worry about.
jugando
And Bane was there to try to help him, but just really couldn't get there in
con
time.
el trabajo de una persona.
The timings are so awkward with a good Neon because you're not used to it. You kind of just get that sort of comfort of understanding the speed of this is the fastest a character can move in this game, usually, except for this one. It makes it really hard to kind of be ready for it. Backpedaling is even more difficult. And that's going to be something that Nongshim is going to make teams suffer through all of kickoff for sure. Yeah, a little bit of an idea of where some of that util
Le
is.
destruyeron
This time around the
la
wall's a little bit
habilidad
further back.
nomás porque no vieron a
Actually
nadie.
in the hallway itself. Kind of keep Ivy a little bit more safe back there. Big
Ay.
ass
Salvos, they force him off the corner. And now out in towards the side.
Bien.
But Gunman is there and completely unaware, so he ends up falling. Tammy with that judgment hand, sliding forward,
Hello?
able to find Bane, freeing, trades it back, finding one. It's a pretty big
Nunca han
disadvantage
podido.
here for the side of DRX now, and everybody within
No,
Persia
sí.
from Nongshim has gotten clustered up here on this B site. Persia,
Es que
Very
sin
good
PRISA ha
position,
intentado
potentially
más
catch
ir
some
a A
rotates
que a
here.
B.
as we can see, DRX, they were back through club.
Tejo looked so cool there, just like sidestepping with that frenzy,
Pero
just driving
sí,
by. I
este
love
le
that.
dice malo al equipo enemigo para
no.
darle ánimos
This is
a,
tough.
¿a qué?
Go all the way through spawn.
Ya,
Well, Persia did
a los suyos,
pull a
claro.
few shots out, so he's going to peel all the
30
way back.
seconds left.
It's going to open up enough time for DRX potentially to go try and go. If they press it,
Hubo todo un
Get back
tema
there.
de, más que nada,
Can't
racismo,
really save
porque le
here,
dijo
so
que se
they're just gonna try to go
parecía
back to
a
B, but
CJ de
Persia
GTA.
is still holding that angle.
Me
I don't
lo
think we should
recuerdo
pull Nongshim
ese-
too much.
They're running out of time. They need to just absolutely
Exactly.
run this thing into the site. Mako
10 seconds
is going to have
left.
to try to open something up.
Oh, and grab
That judge in hand, but okay, Margaret going to be taken down. That's going to be, well, the spike getting ready to be on the floor. As freeing as the last man standing. Won't be able to
Vamos
get
a ver un
anything else
tercer
done.
mapa,
So, no
definitivamente.
flawless, but still, damn clean round. Nongshim not allowing for a bonus conversion. Wanting to slam the door here in the face of these DRX players and take us over to that fracture.
They're so good.
El intentar
About
que
taking
veten a
any
todo un
free
equipo
space that you
solo
give them
porque
and
te
using that
dijo
against you. But
tal
this round they just
cosa
challenge this.
y encima
execute. I mean,
respondiéndote
Granted,
a algún
obviously the
insulto que
guns
tú
are a
ya le
bit
habías
weaker,
dicho
but
previamente,
few little micro
intentar
mistakes in
joderte
there.
el trabajo,
I mean, in a position where
el
up
trabajo,
a
porque
freebie.
está intentando joder
now
el
we're going to see that
trabajo.
we saw that judge from
Simplemente
Dambi.
por un
His
altercado
rifles, though, this time,
desubicado el
Flashback
tipo,
does have that regen armor.
desubicado total.
See what Nongshim wants to do. Thought about, you know, they'll do this a lot where they'll use the Neon to see, okay, are you going to make a fast hit somewhere? Is you going to give us the opportunity to try to combo the flash into the relay bolt with the Astra? And
Otra vez
just
se
kind
lo
of part end
rompe.
around before it really starts, but Eric's playing very, very smart. They're looking for that push out. They're looking for that angle that Nongshim is trying to find against them. They're taking their time. Got all their bases covered. Turret can watch mid. Everybody else has a job.
Those footsteps, I believe, from Margaret going to be noted.
Uy.
Persia spraying over in towards main. It's a bit of damage and just has to backpedal.
Get a little bit of healing there.
Yeah, Francis can take care of that. bit of triage.
Sí, tiene amplio recorrido.
Margaret, though.
Dura bastante.
How many can he catch?
Porque llega,
Swing out.
lo tira desde
Young
larga.
Youngman, holy.
Goodness.
Lo tira desde
Swift on it.
aquí y llega hasta el
Dambi
inicio
now.
de aquí. No tiene
Moving
buen
around the
rango.
corner, sends out a bit of a warning shot. Relay bolt.
Es más largo que
Locking
el
up
drone
two.
de Soba.
Bouncing Nate over towards his feet, forces him back.
Ojo.
And still manages to go ahead and reaggress, finds Youngman.
Spike
Ivy
down
will pick
B.
off freeing. Bit on the one, but Persia still just
No.
absolutely massacring. Comes over two, and now suddenly it's all
Nah,
on
está
Mako.
perdido
Can't make it
en
happen.
ataque de
Nongshim
DRX.
get up to
Está
10.
perdido en ataque.
4-round lead for them. Fracture on the horizon.
And this is just all on Dambi and the way that he stalls. This
No, no lo
execute. He just
rompieron, se destruyó
completely
solo.
nullifies the
O sea,
momentum
cuando
that
ya,
DRX has.
ya
in
llega
terms of
a
just slow pushing
cierto
towards
punto
this
se
site.
destruye solo.
Yeah, it's a great shot. Cool story, but use that relay bolt and just kind of keeps working that
Por
corner.
eso es que
That allows
antes
for
de
the
que
rotations
se
to come through.
destruya
That
solo,
allows for them to get prep
marca
for
dónde
those
está la
angles, set
habilidad
the
para que le
crossfires,
disparen
and make
y la destruya, la habilidad de Vice.
of DRX there. So you have to be so impressed. Again, he doesn't light up the scoreboard. It's like 8 and 13 or something right now. But it's things like that that make these rounds so much more winnable for Nongshim. Despite DRX getting a big first kill. Bladestorm pop for Hyunmin. Stealth drone out to check.
¡Ah,
And a nice blade to the
qué
head.
bien!
Up and over the top, and now Ivy taken down.
Se distrajo
Setup here
con
for
el
Vice.
drone.
Nullified. Much needed entry kill here for DRX, but still a lot more to make happen before they're out of the woods. Pushing forward here is Downbeat, manages to draw the weapon.
Pero es
finds
que
two with Mako.
Neo sigue
Stunned up
siendo
here
una
on the site, ends
locura.
up getting taken down. Being whittled away at
Y
down
se
to
va a abrir
47.
con la
Flash
lechuga.
going
¡Oh!
forward.
No maten
Shot
el
forward into
humo.
the smoke,
Porque se
simplified
iba a abrir
one.
con la lechuga.
Salvo's out looking to delay. Hunter's Fury is here for them.
Para el
DRX, how much they try to delay this one?
post-plantejo
Looks like
es
it's gonna be a hell of a
un
lot.
hijo
Here
de
again,
su
gonna be set.
madre.
Nongshim pushing forward, multiple players and a fuse coming through. The Nanoswarm is there.
Pero ¿por qué Killjoy ya no avanzó?
Freeing
¿Qué
down
hace
everything down the
Killjoy?
Hunter's Fury coming across.
Ah, ya.
They still, I do believe, have some time. And in the end, they throw
No.
everything in the kitchen sink at it. But it's just
Puta
Bane
madre.
picked off at the end, needing
Dos
to die
ultis se
as Nongshim
gastaron,
get up to
dos.
11.
There's kind of
Está
the big
perdido
picture idea of
DRX.
this comp. But against, you know, an eco there, it's quite a bit easier for Nongshim.
Claro,
But it's
¿por
everything
qué
in the
no
kitchen sink.
avanzaba
It's multiple
Killjoy?
ults, it's
Porque no tiene
nanoswarms.
arma, pues.
You know, you're just trying to get this
Sí,
plant down as
venía.
quick as possible. And see if you can just buy time, but Mako gets caught out there. That's a huge piece of the puzzle taken away. You have that Astra alive still. This could be a very different story.
Yeah, a Gravwell in there.
Yep.
And it very well could have been
Pero gastarte
the difference
dos
maker, but
ultis.
yep, that is going to be that second timeout called here from DRX. And I think given what we just saw infested, makes a
No
lot of sense.
remonta.
Oh, yeah,
Está perdido. ¿Qué onda, Wilson?
for sure. I mean, you need to kind of
Deja
right the
de
ship a little bit.
dormir.
You're getting really just cut
Te
down.
aguantado 2 segundos.
So many
¿va?
different ways.
Pero son 2
I mean, you
segundos.
try
En el juego
A
2
lot of different kind
segundos
of
puta,
tactics.
son
You
una
try to work different
eternidad.
parts of the map, and Nongshim has an answer every time. And they're so good about getting info and, you know, using it against you so quickly on this map. You know, whether it be Dambi, whether it be the Sky, whether it be your multiple Sentinels, this is a really tough comp to try to break through. Seen it a couple different ways, across a couple different regions. This double Sentinel on Pearl is so annoying. And you think you might have some answers, but DRX made a few mistakes in that first
Sí,
half.
pasaba, pesaba, estaba atrasado.
Crossed them on that side of the map, and now you're in trouble.
This might just be a brutal crunch over here at A. Now he's sliding forward, look at
No.
Gunman. Gunman managing to win that one out, finds the second kill, looks for the third. Can't quite make it happen. Will get dropped by Persia, but freeing quickly. Trades it up. 4-2. Both teams having very similar ideas, but DRX coming out on top.
Yeah, those couple of guided salvos open up just a little bit of extra space for Hyunmin. Still, Dambi had a chance. Hyunmin was able to get the aim under control quicker. Margaret gets the kill. Flashback
Wise
dead.
to it. Lockdown now available. Says, well, you guys used everything in that
Y se
previous
la va a
round.
romper el tejo.
And all the freeing's got at the moment here is
Oh,
just a
no
stealth
tiene
drone, which isn't
habilidad
going to
el
do
tejo
jack
para
to try to get rid
romperla.
of
Guided salvos?
that lockdown here.
Sí, se la
Margaret
va a
holding the
romper el
line, and that's
tejo.
just going to be the fuse coming in. A
Se la
fantastic
sacó.
start,
What?
but it all comes tumbling down. Nongshim
Match point.
just working their way through. That last kill from Margaret meaning absolutely everything to get the lockdown
¿Por
available.
qué no
They are
había
now at
nadie
map point.
peleando el
Absolutely.
spike?
And the guided salvos were just coming off cooldown there. That defuse was being stuck, and DRX just trying to figure out, wait a minute.
¿Qué chucha si
We
te
don't have
quedas
the answers for this.
atrapado, no? Pelea el spike. ¿Qué
Flashback
mierda?
Vested in the 1v1 against Margaret. That could be the map. Done and dusted. Cosmic Divide. Another challenge here at Long A. Wow,
A
that is
la
so much.
mierda,
That it is.
todas
I
las
mean, we're just
habilidades
repeating
que
the
hay en
previous
un
round,
solo
but this time it starts
espacio.
off well here for the side of Nongshim is Francis. He's the one we need to be watching. He comes
GG.
down 3. Tammy pushing forward and now suddenly flashback.
Poco
Just
más.
left here wondering what in the hell went wrong. Pitch in from both sides, snaps back to be able to go ahead and find that kill, gets himself a second, but far too much
Ay.
work to be done for one player. 13-6. Dominance here from Nongshim as we continue to have this back and forth
Es
of
que ese es
teams
el problema, le falta
map
ping a
picks.
Flores.
That means that we do get map 3, we do get Fracture.
DRX having some confidence with Tejo on this map, but really could never find the right stability. Just didn't
要么就
feel
占一些非常贵的位
polished
置，要
enough
么就
to
主动交技能。
Hasta que empiece el tercer
来
mapa,
吧，看一
vamos a
下
ver
新的一
el
分，这一分的话也
FPX
是
BIILIBILI
788这个枪械非常的杂乱。而 BLG 的话，它的站位是132啊，很常规的一个32。
这一分其实本来是想从 B 场压出去，但正好是对面巡敌舰禁言。
想空浴室了，因为之前几分的铺垫啊，
Aunque acá no
有他
entendemos
们一直
nada,
是
¿no?
给
En
浴室
el
烟，
otro al
所以
menos
现
un
在
poco
BLG
de
其实第一
inglés.
时间对浴室也没什么胃口。
Yosemite 这一分洗点之后有大，但对他们来说这分其实 all in 还是要慎重考虑的。
我感觉他可能要硬突。
哦
Yosemite 直接斜线打了，防守方出面小
这
K，
个
又是一个大步干拉 Yosemite，
José
关键
Miguel
时刻又是突破对面的防线。
而且他给队友打下了2把枪械。
以彼之道还之彼身，你用枪法对我，我也用枪法还你。
哦，这分的话，其实 Berlin 的站位很有趣，他是能够帮助队友看到 A 小方向的。
关键他带着重力井吧，应该好像没了，这样的话应该也脱不了包，所以他架枪断后就可以了。
哦，这分感觉有了呀。想，那 Berlin 在这个位置拖时间就可以了。但是 Berlin 还想
正好落地，而且奈夫的闪好像有点小
对
刺，
啊漏了
两个都被闪了。
有追猎之灵，
这分其实对于奈夫跟 Russia 来说变成了一个很难解决的问题，就是去打要送更多的枪，
对，
不打这一分也没有什么可做的。
哦，这分又是来自 Yosemite 一个单人突破，我感觉他这个浴室前几分有点像在埋雷啊，在给对面埋雷啊。
我浴室没人。
对他每一分都给这颗烟，然后每一分 BLG 都是白投资技能，这一分 BLG 完全没管的情况下就被。
是一个跳起来的空中空摘的小 K 吗？非常集中的一个瞄准。
Berlin 这枪也挺夸张的，
而且我只能说，还是最懂小 K 的人啊，太熟悉小 K 的操作习惯了。因为在车后面这个位置，利用跳 pick 去看浴室是一个非常安全的操作，通常来说。
来到新的一分啊，这分来福手里是有晚焰火3个终极技能。FAMLAS 又是来到了一个看起来长时间的默认。但这一分的话，他们不能把时间压缩太死啊，
因为对面的天际光束会最后组织你的安包。
对，正常情况下就是在 B 点，其实也会有些技能投掷给到 A 点的一个下包的位置。所以 FAMLAS 最多可能40秒默认就差不多了。现在没有太多实质性进展。
B 场的引路之损刚好没有闪到，防守方没有拿到 B 场的信息，但 B 场打开无人机了，这个明白。Live 在2楼一己之力接住2个人的前压，自己虽然被 Knife 拿掉，但这也是个明白机 ，Knife 很难跑。对面如果铁了心入侵 ，Knife 已经下来了，怎么办？这位置是真的神仙难逃。
身法已经相当不错了，但是还是被接住了。
那这一分，我觉得反而对于 BLG 来说，虽然经济的储量是很大。但这个回防也绝对不比之前 FPX 打的那几个进攻残局好打。
我觉得这分玩不了了，就是正常情况下应该保了，因为其实大家都是空技能，有2个白板，你只能说蝰蛇他可以利用自己的独木把 B 大的位置分隔开，但对方点内他是完全清不了的，
完全不会知道对面人站哪里，在架哪里。露露想靠个人能力去找找机会，但是被对面瞄到，那这样的话，画上尾声，小 K 带着35的残余护甲溜掉。两边其实都在对枪上面不服输啊！ 你之前前压把我拉掉了，没事，我再加
Claro,
加
porque
试试看。
estaba leyendo justo los nombres y solo está Wisi y Nai.
自己控 B2
Después los
了，
otros
很奇
tres
怪的
son
一个选择。
nuevos.
但是他就是架住2个，然后最后
Y después digo, pero acabo de leer a José Miguel
他等于是
y
多3个
está
人下水，是的，他
en
打掉
Fan
2个，
Plus
然后间
Phoenix.
接的把对方的斯凯也给队友给补掉了。是的 ，F 很强的镜头感啊，
就他每次都知道我要上镜了。
对，他刚才应该是不死鸟开大的一个这个
整理1顶啊，不知道是不是在暗示下一张图的选人。
Pero
表
que
记
sí,
坐不
mi
住了，
casa.
确实对于贝欧来说，刚刚好像靠枪法掰回来几分，但是立刻又回到了那个我们经典讲了的永恒的命题，你不能靠枪法拿每1分。
对，但说实话，其实我没有想到今天这2支队伍这个对枪这么的干净。就我原本预想的画面应该是都是烟，对吧？脸上都是烟，各种技能
然后水压很大，
对，
然后巴不得拿奥丁的一个场面。
但今天的话，虽然2支队伍拿了很多的这种烟雾型的英雄，但是好像对枪的时候都是很干净的画面上。
我觉得也跟图有关系吧，因为如果是我们来到优碎地库，可能情况会有点不太一样。但对于 BLG 来说，现在已经压力实实在在的来到身上了。 没有太多的容错率，经济其实是很富裕的，
对，
但这不是问题，分数现在压力是在的。
而今天好像也没有选玩狙啊，王浩哲，他会觉得可能狙枪会被对方限制很多
这一分暂停会不会叫拿？
La
我觉得
BIILIBILI
其实是一
no
个
me
可以
gusta
考虑的
tanto.
变奏，
可以去考虑，
因为狙拿手杀更安全，
来了，
概率也更高。
但是 F 的狙
啊
啊
，F 的狙吗？啊，但他确实是在浴室，应该是考虑跟王浩哲作为一个配合。 因为王浩哲毕竟是要拉位移出去，他需要确保浴室拉出去是个优势的双人架枪。
对，看来这分这个魁父，我感觉第一时间也不会交啊，应该，毕竟手里是有枪。
果然，浴室是布狙的一个结合啊，相当于 Nef 把王浩哲送出去，他们要控制更大的区域，
对，
这是一个非常不错的选择。他们确定了对面在浴室外面没有在放人，这样对面打 A 的概率其实非常的低。
从上帝视角来看的话，其实 A 点只有一个。 Autumn 去打一个 fake 啊，他是锚点放到了，
锚点
消失了。
现在对于进攻方来说，我们从上帝视角知道，基本上来打 B 的，而 BLG 也知道的差不多，2个人严阵以待，而且防守方已经准备开始发起回防，利用赛博修龙拖时间，王浩哲已经在回防的路上了，带着晚安焰火，这分只要他回防到位，进攻方是很难进得去的。
怎么感觉这分好像不是真
给
打的？
天际光束把来飞了进去，被控摘了。小 K 跟队友的配合相当的到位。 那这样的话，王浩哲又到，而且王浩哲的雷没有丢出去，反而藏住了自己的位置。小 K 拿下了有3D 化解，虽然起来的阿阳倒地，这分已经没有机会了。
在 A 外挂了许久，还是被对方非常多的侦测型技能给探到，爆能器被击落，最后仅剩一个 Berlin。听到对方车的声音，但是一个振奋信标没办法，
这像是一个组合拳哦。小 K 的拉出的时机和队友给天机光束的时机，而且刚好是对面是一个晚安焰，还不是拿枪的状态。
这分。 其实 FunPlus， 我认为第一时间是没有想真打的，但是被天光逼出来就被逼着真打。对，因为如果你是真打的话 ，Autumn 一定是会过来的，或者他有一个锚点放过来。但 Autumn 刚才明显是一个想反控浴室的时间点，有点蛇打7寸啊，正好是一个节骨眼上这个天地光束。
那这样的话，对面野台狙 FPX 说来慢的，那我们都慢，大家都别快。
但上分明狙抢枪了吗？
上分明狙并没有抢枪，
应该不知道的哦。
啊，进攻区确实是想压节奏，抓人！
哦，
这一分晚安焰火是实实在在的把有3米拿下来，没有化蝶，而且这一下又导致有3米的烟是辐射不到 B 点的。
对，
利用晚安焰火拿手杀，但是进攻区拿到他的回报。Nef 还想要再要更多，但这其实风险很大，因为狙对狙就看架不架得住了，
就看这一枪了。
架枪，对面是个大身位。 Life 没有，好像是一个穿板命中 ，Nef 逃过一劫。两边的 A 点的过招其实都是浅尝辄止。
感觉王浩哲想在 A 角做一些动作啊，但是队友的浴室的方向已经放掉了。现在爆能器还没有拿53秒的时间，
进攻方应该最后是要转 B 区了。
哎，这里是做了一个传送门，想骗一下。
是，但是 B 小已经清出来了，可能会遇上是带包的奥特曼。奥特曼这个位置爆能器被打掉了。进攻方陷入一个最糟糕的局面，但是 Life 能化解吗？没有办法，打掉一个之后。 但 Russia 也要考虑他要不要守这个爆能器，其实是有点难守的。
不守了，直接放给你，有人数优势啊。
阿阳再慢慢的靠过来，但他必须要慢，放脚步了。那这样的话，
Sí, le está escuchando, así que
他知道里
sabe.
面肯定要打 B 了。
带着帮校走进去。
柏林现在2楼有烟，但是点里面是什么情况完全不知道。16秒的时间，他只能预设点里有人，而2楼的枪线已经架好。柏林是静音过点，留下的24秒准，还是把这个人打掉。这样的话，对阿阳来说已经没有机会了，时间不够
，4秒的时间，没有时间去安置爆能器了。
Pero no se espera el de larga, no, no se le espera el de larga ni fea.
11平 ，BLG 在这2分的耐心得到了回报，而且在浴室的设计非常的有意思。有些时候是步枪跟狙的结合，有些时候则是配合了玩焰火。
其实我现在回忆起来，刚才小 K 的这个决策还是做的很有趣的。就在对方放了一些假信息骗到他的时候，他没有选择从防出生点的方向去回防，而是选择直接顶出来啊。
从2楼和队友结伴，从2楼顶出去。
而且上一分因为这个明俊没响枪啊，所以这分的一个安排，我感觉 FunPlus 也没想到。
这样的话 ，FPX 也是派出自己的最后一个暂停，两边的4个暂停全部叫掉。现在对于 FPX 来说，慢好像不是解决一切事情的答案了。尽管刚才进攻局把这个人数掰了回来，形成一个4打4，但你会看得到最后，你还是会在清点的时间上面非常的有限，以及你在地图上散落在各个边的人员，没有办法找到一个安全的，就我们在这儿集合。
其实跟他们阵容也有很大的关系，就是因为没有传统的少尉这样的英雄可以去帮你控制一些你不太想站人的地方，就导致 FunPlus 的每一次的站位其实都是非常的分散的。那这样的话也会给到 BLG 一些，比如我们看到一些分数王浩哲一个人顶出来，把 FunPlus 一个一个的吃掉这样的情况。所以现在 FunPlus 怎么能够做到更加有效的控图，这个是一个很大的问题。
就或者说，你如果反正最后要笃定5个点5个人直接 run 一波，那你为什么不一开始空墙一落下来就直接打呢？对，前面等的时间又是在等什么呢？
那就抱在一起了。这一分
是一个强势的分数，进攻方已经把自己经济完全榨干，2把数位，而防守方的经济游刃有余。BLG 如果拿这一分，将会在这一盘上面有一个很好的常规时间结束比赛机会，不用进入加时。
他们手里差1个点就有自己的生死不绝了。
B 墙是个名牌，没有人控浴室，像是一个非常简单的5 B 墙的进攻。
对，
因为你没有人控浴室，你总不能盲传吧？
应该就是打 B 了。
防守方的策略这一分是要可以考虑放点接受打回防的。
小的回复给过来啊！刚才徐宁现在第一个位置是没有发现任何信息的，
把线撞掉，只守2楼点内不要。这个策略是非常不错的，因为踩雷飞剑可以拖对面的安包，甚至惊喜翻腾也有机会打断对面的安包。进攻方现在这个包进入一个想安，但是又不知道安哪里走，他知道2楼有人，他能够做什么？
柏林没有选择去反绕2楼，而选择在 A 厅的。
有人在家吗？没人在家，有 70 当着大金光荣的面把这个包安了下去。虽然最后倒了，但至少完成了任务，4打5。进攻方被卡在一个非常狭小的区域，2楼没有控制，但是 elbow 阿阳拉了出去 ，elbow 拿下了一个不错的交换，点内也换赢，下2楼1换1，变成了一个2打2，最后的1打2。
Jugué con, o sea, yo jugué con mi amigo y mi amigo trajo a uno pues, y perdimos todo. Pero yo también soy bien López.
但最后这个枪其实完全可以不掰的，因为即便掰了，其实也不会。
Vamos a regresar que ya empezó el partido.
Don't want to give up another 1vx pistol, but Francis wisely dips, knows that he's in trouble.
A little bit longer before he's in the clear. Once he gets fully to the north side, yep, can now start running, hightailing it over towards that B site. Nanos are set up here from flashbacks. If he gets an inkling, at 35 HP, things could get even worse here for Francis.
That turret as well, just to confirm. First nano pop, just on a timing by flashback. Now you got freeing sliding over to help. Francis goes all the way up and over.
Pero el acto pasado que fuiste, 20.
Yeah, the other nano nowhere to clear this.
They're already close enough. This is going to prove to be so very difficult. Catches a glimpse now.
Oh boy.
Drove away down to 13. Flashback just continues to swing out. Finds the shot. Francis taken down. DRX with yet another pistol win.
Yeah, now you're seeing some good protocols from DRX there. On the execute, just a great hold from freeing to shut down Dombi. Let's see this again. That is so good. Got the first shot, repeat for the second. Yeonmin holding the line at the door. Yeah, Persia breaks through, but got back up there. You got coordination. This is something that you expect with DRX. Didn't get to see it as much on Pearl. Looked a little a little sloppier, but as we were talking about, as the desk was talking about, this is an old favorite.
And it is. Flashback. Forced all the way out of power. Does successfully avoid that damage. Puts Dambi back down.
Hola?
Reinforcements rushing over.
Now we can refill this space here with the judge.
That's a great counter.
Carajos, estaba ese
Dambi in that spot
Torre.
if they continue to aggress that direction, but
Porque no estaba
wise by
en el
Nongxin here.
filo, estaba un
So
poquito
much
más
resistance.
arriba.
They don't lose anybody. Only take a little bit of damage to Dambi. A few sheriffs invested, so could still certainly do some damage.
Claro, estuvo como en la mitad
Pressure here doesn't.
de la
A little bit
ventana.
of help from the Tejo potentially, but has to be real careful with how long he sticks around.
Fault line to force him off the angle. Solid anticipation here. Paint shell's still going to be held. Relay bolt as they go on the hunt here, but Hillman turning over to the flank. We'll go ahead, shut down Tommy, force that into the open, and Ivy will be able to collect that kill, but Paint Shell gets rid of Persia. Looking for a little bit more, runs out of bullets, has to tuck back here at bottom sight. Gets in behind the pillar as the molly comes across to go ahead and further gum things up, slow them down. Taco just playing Peel, and realistically for Francis and Margaret, difficult spot to be in. Look for any kind of opener they can get, but Bane shuts down the first, freeing. Despite his HP deficit, will go ahead and find the final. DRX fairly cleanly will go ahead and close out the anti-eco.
That's a huge moral victory for DRX, coming out with 4 guns this time on their anti-eco. Looking really clean. Exactly what you want to see out of Hyunmin. Ducks out right away with the blast packs. Obviously the stun connected. Didn't really have much choice, but puts himself in a good spot to use that paint shells to buy more time. Freeing there. Breathing a bit of a sigh of relief, I think, because he knew when he ran out of bullets there was a chance. Maybe he gets taken down in that moment.
4-0 start for him. No orbs collected, just all on kills. As Ivy immediately sending out the salvo.
Empezando la ronda.
This part of the halls.
O sea que lo debe de poner por afuera. ¿Dónde? No sé.
Here above, but
la mierda.
He's stunned. Getting taken down. Bane with a headshot.
Más.
Go ahead and find that one. Scoops up the weapon. As Freeing will get dropped. Francis out of door over towards Sands, able to find one. Pleasing the player count, now trading it up. Hyunmin
Francis.
taken out.
Uno más Francis.
The damage suffered as well as Francis.
Uno más Francis. Uno más Francis.
Now going to maybe find an ace. He's going to get the spike planted, and that's already rolling Thunder online. Not that he should need it in this round.
No, but not much.
Flashback
can do just a judge.
Fring con
Sure
Ivy.
what got dropped along the way.
No, Fring con Ivy. Qué chuchada.
Guardian was all the way up on top of sight.
Hyunmin.
Yeah, I think it's Flashback.
El que es bueno con sniper.
Just have to consider looking for those exits. But every angle.
How much of a homie does he want to be?
Yeah, right?
Do you give over the ace? You know that he's already got the ult. Well, in all likelihood, has the ult.
Do you go fishing for the ace? Do you dare risk it?
It seems like the call is to play this one out safely. Cue your texture screaming emotes and gifs in chat. Flashback will just go down to the spike here. He's not going to be found, but Nongxim very clean in this anti-bonus.
That was crazy good stuff. It looked like it might go pretty backwards pretty fast. Great snappy shot from Bane, but it's Francis the rest of the way. Challenge here with the Guardian, trying to see if he could get those long-range one-taps to go. Bane able to do so.
Le falta uno para el ace.
Francis just, yeah, okay. Got a lot of work to do here. Let's get back to business. Another judge for Flashback. He's been leaning into that every round. Really wants to make sure that Donby is going to not be able to put pressure on the tower. They're really expecting that B site could be where a lot of that damage comes.
Trying to just blast pack out here. Is Hyunmin does manage to escape up towards safety. Ultimately, not much space going to be garnered here from Nongxim off the back of a pretty heavy investment on the ult.
Yeah, and DRX here is using a lot of util early to make sure that that A main control isn't firmly established by Nongxim easily. And they would like to have them forced to the other side of the map. You don't mind pushing them into this judge. You don't mind pushing them into the Sentinel utility a little bit. You've already got a rotate coming through from Freeing as well. So they're doing a good job of being a bit all over the map, just doing a check, but Freeing actually going back to the other side.
Shots going out. There's going to be the molly thrown in. Stealth drone as well sent. As Mako, it will just be able to find 2 players through the smoke this time. He's leveled up since Pearl. And it's freeing, noting Francis on the deep flank. Called out over towards Bane. His flashback cuts Persia in half. Ivy now out here in the open. Nearly a couple players lined up here for him, but cannot find him. Bane will get the final 2. DRX will flawlessly move up 3-1.
This is exactly what DRX was looking for. Don't let them take A easily. And even if they do kind of get through all that util that you're going to use off the rip, you know, you're able to kind of separate their forces. We saw it 2 rounds ago where Dombi got cut down, but this round they get the desired result. Now that helps. That helps.
Just a bit.
But you're gonna walk into that judge, that flashback had, get some serious value out of that. And then great recognition of these lurks. I mean, you've already got 1 or 2 players from DRX constantly going up towards bridge just to make sure that there isn't anybody else down there. Because so far, it's just been the southern half of the map that Nongshim has been playing with. Run away, Dombi.
Quick fault line out. No entry allowed. Stealth drone will check forward. Might have caught a brief little glimpse there of Francis, but otherwise, everybody here from Nongshim taking the rope across.
This time, no judge in the hands of Flashback, 1 in the hands of Dombi. So they're going to try to make use of that towards the tower. This time, you kind of expect more of a fallback from Flashback.
Oh, down.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean,
walk through that.
Expect on Flashback, just going ahead, just trying to whittle off that damage from his own nanos, but eventually does fall. Mako going to be taken down, able to find 2. Keeps things close. 2v2, the tap of the plant, trying to maybe bait out some of this util. Hasn't been sent yet, and Bane now knows that they're not planting. Meantime, Hyunmin moving forward, swing out, he can take it down to 32 HP. Bane needing to be the one to open things up here for his raise. He's able to do so. Margaret on the floor.
Just need to wait.
30 seconds left.
Force Francis to make a move.
For a different angle of approach here. Spotting out Bane, but he just can't nail that shot. Knows that he absolutely needed that to try to secure the round. Becomes that much more difficult here for him. The tap of the spike, Hyunmin not biting on the bait. The retap, they know that he's running out of time. The fault line, they know that he's stunned. Looking to try to go ahead, hold for the plant. Hyunmin swings the corner, strikes him down, they'll get the money, but they cannot get the win. DRX now up 4-1.
Yeah, beautiful patience at the end of the round.
Little
Little surprised that Flashback opted to try to regress that angle through his own nanos. Maybe just not expecting that they'd send that many players up there that he could catch somebody off guard. Fair play. And then freeing got 2 insanely quick kills.
Yeah.
Not exactly sure.
Maybe a timeout? Nongshim down by 3.
Please, the regular kind?
Team timeout?
Please, the regular kind?
Team timeout?
Team timeout?
Antes de eso.
Team timeout?
We beg of you.
Take a look at the replay.
¿Desde cuántos lados entraste? O sea, ¿desde cuántos dispositivos?
The stage looks nice with the kind of like soft purple.
Desde tu PC, desde tu teléfono. Y después de cuántos más.
He's been
O sea,
so good at times today.
Puedes haber entrado desde tu PC, pero también desde la PC de tu prima, desde la PC de tu tía, de tu tío, tu amigo,
bumping into the timeout. So it is in fact Nongshim calling one here. Can't really blame them. Shades of what we were seeing on that opening map.
Yep.
Es raro que te
back on Lotus.
It's just really good trading and good protocols for the most part for DRX. You know, I can see their game plan a lot from the big picture. And sometimes it's based on the weaponry they're using or the way their util is set up. In that case, you know, the only thing that left me scratching my head a little bit was the way Flashback played tower. Other than that, I mean, they're just doing a good job of finding good timings, being patient now. Some of the things that left them on Pearl are back into their wheelhouse. And that, to me, signals that they're just a little bit more prepared on this map.
Aunque no sé cómo se envió un ticket a Twitter.
Maybe they felt like with the Taeho comp, they were going to be able to catch their opponents off guard. They felt like they had great post-plant setups. They're probably things that are working out really well for them. They have great executes in their scrims, things like that. Now you have a couple big ults as well. Both Armageddons there for the teams. Showstopper, 1 away from a Rolling Thunder for Bane, 1 away from the Orbital Strike for Persia. Mako 2 away from his. So alt cycles starting to come into play, and this would be a great opportunity for either squad to kind of maybe be able to string a few rounds together. If you can get these alt cycles to roll, you know, if you can get this as DRX, you know, you're going to have maybe one in the next round if you can use your Showstopper and Armageddon effectively. Same thing goes for Nongshim.
Feels like it's all going to have to start here with Downbeat. So far, not on the board, 0 and 5. A lot of these first deaths suffered by Nongshim are him. Hyunmin just staying tucked, staying quiet. Main there trying to feel some pressure. In the meantime, though, slow creep up from Margaret, working his way over towards Dish. Freeing, ready to send it. Oh, rolls out the red carpet. Completely saves them all. Fill some space, but ends up getting taken down. Downbeat able to find one. Margaret getting the other. And suddenly this round is getting away from DRX. Freeing, however, still standing for a little bit longer. Comes up with 2. But weapons will be recovered. Spike will be planted in flashback. Will have his work cut out for him. Looks for the first, finds it. Down to 30. Cannot find that instant headshot that he so desperately needed. Off the back of the timeout call, it's going to be a thrifty win for Nongshim to get their second round.
I like the idea of the trap play. I'm not so sure how I feel about it in that scenario. Not so sure how I feel about it against the Eco. You don't want to really give them the opportunity up close and personal.
Los hace correr al sitio y aún así pierdes las rondas. Increíble. ¿Qué onda, Solfosbet? ¿Cómo estás? Ya envié un ticket y me dijeron que se reservan el derecho de sujecer. What the fuck? O sea, te las pueden quitar así nomás porque sí. Qué locura. Qué mentira.
Look at Hyunmin, he's way out there. Might be able to check that turret.
Social network, he's wired in. Oh, is he?
Y encima una imagen mal hecha, puta madre.
Now coming through here onto the A site. Be able to gain access. Spike now being brought across. Man sending the Rolling Thunder, waiting for the tap on that Spike plan, but how can they retake? The Armageddon now is coming through. Showstopper out. Has managed to find one. Puts Persia down. Dangerously low HP. Oh, will be flushed out. Persia still fighting back. Comes up with 2. Mako dead.
Relativamente decente el equipo de PRISA Gaming.
Suddenly, it's just 1 round separating.
A little bit of disjointedness there. Love the idea from DRX. Rolling Thunder into the Showstopper. Showstopper got a kill and a ton of damage. There was no backup in time. Or Hyunmin here. He's going to catch one. Also catches the brim. Persia just steps out, 20 HP, knocks down 2. Need to be a little bit more in sync with your Wraiths there. Try to clear that space. So you can see a little bit of weakness being shown there from DRX. What looked so good with their coordination early on starts to crumble just a little bit after losing that eco. Now you're gonna have to, and you use some big ults there. So talking about those ult swings, talking about the way that things could change. It's a double whammy. It's the economy and the ults that are going to be going out of favor for DRX. They're going to have to start digging deep to win some of these rounds.
Yeah, frío. Es que hace
only
frío.
2 rounds separating the timeouts here between both squads. These last few rounds very much not going to be.
Voy a poner una mantita en los pies.
Not going to be making Termi and Glow very happy. It's similar to what we were kind of seeing towards the end of Pearl. Those heavy investments on these ultimates, but not being able to get those round wins.
Yo creo que sin PRISA
Certainly
por
need to be
ser los
tightened up.
ascendidos, ¿no?
You know that start allowing for Nongshim to really come online. It's not all just about Downbeat. He's the one who gets in there. He takes space. Yeah, he can frag out of control, but you've got Francis and Persia putting up numbers. That's when things get even more terrifying.
It's a lot of the rest of that team that follows up off of him. That is so clean. Speaking of,
yeah, he just pushed out the north side, finds Persia. Just hanging out. Rolling Thunder goes across, only connects on to 1. Oh, nice. I think. Okay, flashback somehow not being able to win out a fight there.
No!
Pushing up into the tower. Massacres 2. Draws out the weapon, tries to get that Bucky in line, but cannot. I mean, we'll be able to find the kill. The Spike in his hands. Plant now coming down. Wow. Blast pack around the side there. Tambi tries to hold it back, and the lockdown is going to be committed. No paint shell, but bomb set, freeing with the salvo, able to find it, takes the fight, and gets them over the line. Shows to rally the crowd
Que el Jay no puede hacer nada de Tejo, nada. No puede hacer
maintain the
nada.
lead now by 2 rounds with a thrifty of their own.
This is the most APAC stuff.
Encima
like
como una
everybody's just
habilidad gratis.
going hard. It's like go big or
Para
go
Masters, Tejo ya está nerfeado.
Oh, Ivy. This is just Mako, classic Mako.
¿O no?
Freeing there with the
O
guy.
después de Master.
Yeah, thanks.
Después Master lo nerfean.
But like the play there from Freeing, just so timely with that guided salvos, expecting that lockdown. Not only does it clear the lockdown, but it also gets the kill. Then he just steps out, finds the next.
Tengo swing.
I mean, Freeing he is smashing right now. Oh, Mako.
Freeing with the free ability, coming up with the impact.
That's right.
And speaking with impact, there's the Armageddon once again, just cutting its way across the site, looking to slow them up.
It's buying time.
Cut back towards main, just going to be leaving Persia on his lonesome. I believe the stealth drone may be detecting.
Just don't know about Bridge, Sands. Like, oh god,
Dami sliding forward. Mako takes the sights over towards main, is able to find one. Dami turning back with the shorty, finds him. Freeing. It's off Margaret, Persia. Now striking out from Arcade. Edmund still working his way across as Bane just tries to buy some time.
This is...
Ojo, buena Sama, gracias por la raid.
Pressed for the moment. Shock to clear that back box side here. Bit of Gen. As Dami now is making some noise, threatening his pinch in from behind. As Hyunmin, yep, similar situation. Have to try to wait it out, but time is ticking, working against them. Bane in towards tower, nothing spotted. Dami trying to draw them off. Bane finds the headshot, but Hyunmin does get taken down. Spike diffuser has been killed. It's not helped to have. Ivy in the push out finds a headshot, just like that. It's like 1 round separating once more.
Yeah, this is just... Oh, both are going to go down. Couldn't get out in time. But really just... The ideas from DRX are pretty good, actually. I like the way that they're covering the map. They have kind of a pretty good idea that this is likely to be B, but they have to second guess it because they don't know what's going on in the north half. It's the only part of the map they haven't really cleared. And that ends up costing them enough with Persia finding a free kill onto the backside of Freeing. Picked up a nice one. Nongshim there just kind of slowly making their way in. Ends up finding a good timing and a good opportunity to get their way through. Now they're going to explore.
Oh, flashback.
Yep.
Got trapped up in one of the salvos there.
¿Qué onda, Javier? ¿Cómo está esa bala? Sí, que pega.
Well, Freeing on a quick peek, needs to try to sprint his way out. He cannot. Francis will get him back in the skull there through the dish. A sight, for the most part, wide open. Bane to try to delay. Looks like Nongshim more than happy. Just go ahead and sway back and forth across the map. In fact, you're going to rope across.
Yep. They're going to try to set up for a bit of a pinch. Got Ivy on the north side. The rest of the team going to be coming through. I think somebody heard that because the ping came down. At the very least, just suspects it.
Stealth drone out to try to check. Be able to make it up top, so nothing noted there. Bolt line from Bane. They try to slow them up. Mako winning a fight over at Sansa's. Persia will fall, but Margaret pushing forward. Able to find one in exchange. Hyunmin. The kill here is Bane giving his life to try to get rid of Dami. And now, Francis Margaret, last one standing, a flashback, previously chunked out to 44 HP.
30 seconds left.
How much firepower behind here?
It's got a classic.
No tiene vida, flashback, va a ir a morirse nada más.
I think it's just a
corpse at the top of the ramp here. Yeah, no.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Gets himself a phantom. Basically a fully loaded mag. Drop down, looking for the shot, but Francis. How many 4Ks here today, I do not know, but he continues to deliver. He's one away from his next Rolling Thunder. And we are tied at 5-5.
He's been electric, him and Freeing. These initiators just going back and forth with the big rounds. Now DRX, yeah, that was an eco. Have that lockdown available, but not as valuable.
Ahora lo que me pregunto yo, si el equipo es Red Force, ¿por qué está NS ahí?
Waiting for those guided salvos to come out.
¿Quién me explica eso?
Go around. A little bit of congestion. I mean, giving up a lot of space. They're making a push. Towards the bottom of the map.
Oh,
¡Qué lindo! ¡Qué hermoso! ¡Qué bello!
Snappy and quick, managing the strike, getting rid of that ever problematic initiator on the opposite side. Mako spawning out one. Margaret dancing back and forth. Mako able to just tuck back in towards spawn. Gets away from a sticky situation. Bring at the same time though, Molly just in front of his feet, feeling the heat but not getting burned. Stays tucked back, and you can see right now DRX in position, getting poised and ready to strike. They get ready to try to unleash some blood, freeing able to find one, but now take it down. Hyunmin dead in tow. Spain and flashback at risk, needing to find this kill, and they do. Pressure eliminated. Mako's position still known. The lockdown now coming through. Minute amount of space into the back of sight, either under or below. Or under or above.
Que una habilidad gratis te deniegue una ulti de 8 orbes es increíble, es increíble, es increíble. ¿Cómo no pueden nerfear eso?
All now falling on his shoulders. Finds the first, finds the second!
Ah, el nombre original es Nonshim Red Force.
Last one standing. Will find the defuse and get TRX the lead. Once again, at least for a brief little while, but my God. They just cannot rack up anything as far as the cash is concerned.
That's brutal. That's absolutely brutal. I mean, a good round for them, but coming into the last round of the half,
can I get this?
You are trying to scrape together some kind of buy. So you're going to be able to get one rifle because you buy down to a judge for flashback. You do have the orbital strike. You're one away from a showstopper. You're one away from a rolling thunder for DRX. On the other side of the coin, Nongshim
rolling away from everything.
Everything. And they're not exactly flush with cash either.
They're not. Gambit looking to try to go on the push, and he does! Hyunmin going to be taken down, slides back in style, and freeing is destroyed.
Y le disparaba la puerta pensando que se iba a abrir.
Still here. Sat on the side, Mako pushing forward, able to find one, but then gets taken down. Margaret on the approach, drops out of dish, and Bane has fallen. Flashback. Sprinting over as fast as he can, but there's a lockdown in play. The tempo has been set. And DRX are lagging behind. Nongshim even things up 6-6 at the half.
Just madness.
6-6.
It's just so scrappy.
Bastante peleado.
I mean, both teams doing a great job of getting their players in the right position sometimes and then executing, and then other times, you know, the other team answers right back with a little bit better counterplay of their own. That time around, DRX just caught a little bit out in the open by Dambi, and he breaks things open through A main. It's so challenging to play against that Neon, because if you're just not quite prepared for it, it is punishing. That round right there is a great example. Gets the ult online, puts it to good use. Things just kind of crumble off the back of it. But if you're a DRX fan here, you can look at this and say, okay, well, you know, we did pretty good on that defender side. 6 rounds on Fracture, you usually take that.
Sure, but with the caveat that you won the pistol.
That's true.
So having Nongshim be able to catch up, tie things up after that early advantage, things are still very much up in the air. This is anyone's map, anyone's series. As we get ready to jump into this here.
En este mapa se defiende o se ataca mejor. ¿Cómo lo sienten?
May very well continue, both at 13 kills.
Few ghosts, a sheriff for Margaret. He's not going to be over on B tower, going to be over towards A. Didn't see much change up from DRX in terms of where they were placing their killjoy. There's already some different methodologies in play, and it's a crunch towards the top of the map. Flashback's just got to get out.
Just taking the rope across. It's going to be the turret here as the casualty.
Por todos los lugares disponibles para entrar.
This turret will end up falling. Paint shells up over the top. You can tell though, top side very much empty. So plant can come through here from DRX. Flashback watching the flank here from behind. 3 players getting ready to come his way. Is he going to be able to stave them off? Ducking behind the box. Here's the footsteps. Decides to go for the fight. Finds the first nearly. Gets the second, but Francis will be kept alive.
Rocco's so busy watching above him. Turns his attention. Gets a little bit of damage.
Just a tad bit there. Turns back. Does get team flash. Ultimately, the pressure's not coming through. Some time buying coming in as he pushes up, catching Ivy over at drop.
Huge.
Margaret gone. The rush back. Mako just playing elusively here where possible. Dambi and Francis now storm their way over towards the side, but both dangerously low here on HP. Dambi now just down to 2. Nothing more that he can do. 2 kills here for free. DRX, another pistol. And that is going to be them gaining the lead once more.
That's big. And it's kind of a gamble from the side of Nongshim. They go way to the other side of the map, and Flashback, wise to it, just gets out of there so quickly. Watching that back line as best as he can. Mako playing his life oh so well. And then on site, a couple big kills before those final 2 from Freeing. That made it a much easier affair for the DRX players to just cover that attempted retake. It's okay, a couple bulldogs, a couple rifles, a couple sheriffs and one sheriff and a ghost.
Otra vez, siempre tira las bombas en el mismo lugar, o sea, las tira insta, porque como se recargan dentro de 30 segundos, tiene esa ventaja. Entonces como que hace presión en main.
Very diligent about clearing that last time, and still again, a lot of damaging util here.
Yep, sliding forward here, Youngman trying to win in the fight, but Margaret is right-clicking in his face. Finds the kill, Mako. Does kill one back.
Sí.
Shoulder here alongside the smoke. Persia, does he push for it?
No te cruces el humo, pues.
Right in front of the crosshair, Mako. Easy collection here for him. Avoids the fault line, the smoke's now getting ready to fall. Flashback, watching over towards rope. Francis noted here by Bane. Flash goes through, turn from it. Double face up into rope. Kill is collected. Snappy trying to slide out, is able to escape here for a moment. Now it's down to 6. Quick little turn back. Bane is backing away from the fight. Bane, Flashback will happily collect. 3K for him. 2 casualties. But an anti-eco closeout here for DRX, now up by 2.
Yeah, that's exactly what you needed here as DRX. Keep those 3 rifles, and you can buy up for this next one. Regen armor's going to be coming into play. Mako, just great patience. Maybe thought for a minute there he might get caught trying to push out of that smoke, but the plan all along was just wait this out a little bit. Got to be ultra careful with Dambi running around. Let's see what the setup looks like. It's like a B crunch. They are able to buy up to all rifles if you include the bulldogs. I mean, coming over, waiting out the nanos. This gives enough info here.
Just kind of
steadily walking in by himself. Margaret able to find one in a second as well. Solid damage dealt from him. Site taken for now. Plant getting ready to come through. Gotta be pushing forward to clear out that alarm bot. Get held back for the moment. Salvo sent. Aftershocks about to be exchanged, and that forces them all the way back over towards that rope side of tower. The site now effectively grabbed here for the side of Nongshim.
No util.
It's not. Freeing able to just go ahead, drop out towards safety, but Flashback gets caught. Bane now needing to find something as the salvos go in. Just get them off that defuse for the time being. Still a decent amount of time to work with though, as Dambi tries to hold the corner here at tower. Wide swings out, Freeing able to shut it down, pull off of the defuse. Freeing just gonna maybe look to try to play time a little bit here, but Francis pushes forward. We have just enough to go ahead and pass this over, so now Rolling Thunder online as we go into this 4th round of the half.
Just a little bit off kilter. DRX there had to fall back because there was so much pressure from the ramp side. They just didn't have any util. Yeah, the guided salvos come back online, but at that point, there's just nothing else they have for that post plant. Trying to make the guns
ese
go.
Reflejo para voltear a pegarle la bala a alguien, yo no lo
so
tengo.
much easier. I mean, as good as Freeing is right now,
soy muy mal en eso.
Too tall of a mountain for him to climb. Margaret gonna go for that judge as well. And he's also gonna be in the tower in DRX. Not quite the same setup. Mako's gonna be trying to keep Dambi at bay. His full A main control has been taken, so that allows you to slide over, but Hyunmin gets the kill with the paint shells.
Just sandwiched in. The paint shells had it, the wall bangs certainly would have. Pushing out, flashback, catching a glimpse, 3 swings out of the smoke, and Persia goes bouncing forward. Freeing able to collect 2 before getting dropped here by Dambi. 3v2. Dambi just sat here within the smoke. Mako almost caught with util in hand, but once again, similar scenes of Lotus. Hyunmin is there with covering fire to keep Mako alive and well. Hyunmin will find the finisher, a 3K as DRX maintaining the lead, not allowing for Nongshim to come catching up.
That felt like it could be a pretty good round for Nongshim off the rip. Like, they'd taken so much space, but they just kind of put a little too much pressure, and they even have the rolling thunder. You know, Persia tries to make a gamble play off the back of it, gets caught doing it, and they just really never find that coordination that you would be looking for. It's going to be the pump shotgun for Dombi. Sheriff, Shorty, maybe? Yeah, for Margaret. And then patience now shown by DRX after that last round. I mean, Mako was kind of keeping track of it the whole time early on. Nongshim not really able to capitalize on some of that info and space they took very quickly, but DRX was just quick to pull the trigger as well. See what they can do. Great util combos available here. Really make things annoying, but that shotgun not going to be too bothered by anything other than damage.
Couldn't leap forward. Stuns here. We're on the
Ay,
side.
pero el otro está viciado. Está viciado, está viciado.
Still here in the halls. Finds himself a second kill. Equalizing his free and hound. Can take it down. Swaps over to the Bucky. Pushes up into the smoke, but Bane will be able to peel off the kill. 3v2. Persia recovers a Vandal. The door tapped, noted, heard. Spike, however, still stuck on this side of the map. Unless they try to send him across the rope. Otherwise, flashback. Suddenly working his way over towards Dish, but Bane, oh, gun barrel.
Le vio el arma.
Has been spotted, as has his head. Persia tucks back, flashback,
Se
waiting
le
here.
espera, Persia. Persia se le espera.
He manages to win that fight. The
Puso
A
con
side
la
now opened up.
cueva.
Margaret, last one standing.
That was dicey there for DRX for a moment. I mean, with Dombi picking up 2 and then has that shotgun and goes diving in, you think maybe he can pick up more, but Flashback wins a huge battle there, dropping down. Thought the timing might go in the favor of his opponent, but he's able to steady the aim, win that battle. That's huge for DRX. Could be a very different round we're looking at if he doesn't win that 1v1. Still a chance for Margaret.
Arriba. Spameas.
Vandal in hand, needs to try to separate, but has been now noted. Flashback up above, swings out, cannot find Mako. DRX reach double digits, 10 rounds secured. 3 away from closing out this series.
Oh boy.
Así
It's still just by the narrowest of margins sometimes that DRX gets away with these things. This is just ridiculous from Yeonmin. Great relay bolt there to force out the opponent. He got one stuck in the corner. That's an easy pickup with those lightning fingers. Okay. Starting to sort of stabilize a little bit, so it's a wise time to take a timeout. DRX doing pretty well, and then Dongshi. Some of the ideas are quite good, but again, these protocols, the practice looks really solid from DRX. The trades are generally pretty good. Their awareness generally pretty good. You know, sometimes a little bit off there. I think it was Bane who got caught around the corner of that barrel out. Got blasted down. Yeah. Little things like that, but it's hard because the pace of play is so damn quick when you're going up against Nongshim. Like, it's all about instinct and reaction sometimes. And that's where the preparation and all that stuff really matters, because you're really not wanting to think in those moments anyway. The better you can react, the more that you practiced it, the more you're going to respond properly and do better. And generally that's something that we've seen pretty good here for the most part from DRX, at least on the first map and now this map. Pearl is a different affair. Now you've got a bunch of alts too. Showstopper, Lockdown, Armageddon. Things looking pretty nice for DRX, but...
One away from that orbital.
Yep.
Stealth drone to start. As I'm wandering across, nothing going to be noted there.
You should run.
As here comes the lockdown. Persia delaying, setting up some smokes. Slow up the approach as much as possible.
Oh, this catch.
Margaret swinging out. Ends up getting taken down. Had he been able to break through somehow. Poised to have his own lockdown available for that retake here on the site, but we'll have to wait for a future round. Spike now in play. Relay bolt's going to be sent out. Showstopper at Tammy's feet, and he gets absolutely obliterated. He hasn't been able to find the kill. Persia noted over towards Canteen. Ivy here at Stairs just gets a headshot there onto Hyunmin, but as he pushes out of the smoke, flashback is there tucked into the corner. It's an easy takedown. Bane at tower, looking to hold the line, finds it first. As Hugh the Aerosmith, here comes Armageddon. Crashing across, and as they swing out, flashback will find the third. DRX not allowing for the timeout call to find value. Now up to 11.
Such a brilliant setup with that lockdown. Got so many bases covered there. You've just got Margaret dead to rights. Unless he makes just a crazy good outplay. And you put Nongshim back down onto an eco. So ready for this. Great timing on this showstopper, right as Domby's kind of lost his momentum, lost his movement. Catch him out in the open. Great positioning there, hit it in the corner for flashback. Holds it down through the Armageddon. Ends that round. Guardian, Stinger, Sheriffs. She's going with a little bit of a different look this time.
Trying to really up the pace here, but Mako out in front, able to find one. Ivy will get Bane.
No.
Mako comes up, taken down.
No puto, per la cuerda.
All the headshots there from behind him, though, and freeing with a covering fire.
Puta madre, no
Tears them
puedo
limb from
tomar la
limb.
cuerda.
Trying to get the spot out, flashback. However, will get the headshot. Two players lost, but the crunch play cannot come to fruition. Match point now here in the hands of DRX.
Cool.
Yeah, they just do such a nice job there anticipating all of that. Yeah, some good util lands, good stun, connects onto Mako to at least find that kill onto him.
Claro, ahí estaba
Spots it out,
saltando
trying to
intentando
distract.
tomar la cuerda, pero no
Maybe
podía
to buy a
tomar
little
la
bit of extra
cuerda.
time for the reinforcements to arrive. They do end up coming through in the long run.
GG,
Nice
aquí lo
plays,
cierra.
nice setups for DRX. Just slightly getting the better of things. Oh my god, we're going hot and heavy again.
We are. But Mako, I mean, he's got that orbital. There's a rolling thunder. DRX can answer
Está
back with
intentando
aggression.
ser agresivo
Well, that's the funny thing.
para
Because it's
sacar
a
la
mirror
ronda,
matchup other
para
than the
sorprender,
duelist,
pero
you can
no le
answer
está
right back with the
funcionando.
same stuff.
Y Flashback
Flashback.
se le espera por ahí abajo.
Oof.
Va,
Not
pero
ready for
ya,
them to be that far forward. A very solid kill here. Much needed for his Bloodbound.
That's good memory from the previous round from Nongshim, because that's where Flashback went to. So they're clearing that position that they didn't before. Really nice.
Celtron not spotting out anything here. Things are likely about to get very messy. Aftershocks thrown, fault line to the opposite side. The rolling thunder still here in the back pocket. Now going to be sent down, but Kevman's already going to be taken down. Nambi getting burned away. Slides out across the rafter, and Mako is bound. Bane eliminated. And that is just going to be freeing left standing. Deadliest member here of the day, but this time it's Dambi who manages to get his pound of flesh. A 3K for him. Nongshim hold on by a thread. 4 more rounds to go to force out overtime.
Man, that was good coordination from Nongshim. Good recognition of a weak point in the previous round. Donby deals with it, and then it's hightailing it over to set up this crunch in towards Sands, or in towards the rope and in towards the site. I mean, just shutting everything down there. The orbital strike to push him forward didn't really matter. I think he had him dead to rights anyway, but that was great movement, great understanding.
Right.
Armageddon was sent as well in that previous one there from Ivy. From here on out, I mean, you can't really afford to just hold on to ultimates. If you got it, send it.
Yeah.
It means that you win the round.
And if you can get that orbital strike out, you know, in exchange, that might be worth it. With the lockdown, I mean.
Sure.
Quite a bit of util used.
Estas van a pusher despacio.
Across both ends in some ways, but Ivy should be getting those guided salvos back online eventually. Meanwhile,
Está
DRX gonna
buscando
go
ya
back to
DRX
this
cerrar el
B-side
partido.
crunch. Gonna leave freeing this time on the backside instead of Mako. Gonna do a little bit of lurking. There's a ping through there. Some utility expended by freeing. That keeps an extra player planted for the side of Nongshim. Making sure you try to have the numbers advantage as best as possible.
Esperando que su
There you go.
equipo avance.
Call coming out. Stun connecting
Y
there
cuando
onto Margaret.
ejecuta recién da como
Easily
unos
enough
pasitos
backpedal
adelante
over
como
towards
para
tower.
que
Mako's still
no
gonna try to
la
sell this one, it
detecte
would seem.
nadie en ningún lugar.
Is smoked off, but yep, freeing. Calls for the push here into the A
Dejo
side.
ya con mi
Mako just buys their
espacio y ya
attention.
están rotando.
The siren on the shore, drawing them in towards that B site.
Now you gotta have a plan for that lockdown. I like this. This gets you a free plant. Tons of util for
Can they
this
get him
post
forward
plant.
in the site? Can they get him to Sands at least? Freeing though. Salvo back online.
La va a romper Tejo.
There goes the rockets. There goes the lockdown.
Perfect.
Navi trying to lead the charge,
Oh my
able to do
God.
so. Finds one, Hyunmin taken out, freeing, looking to try to hold the door. Eats a flash, Mako here with covering fire at the same time. Now Freya gonna be gone. All down to Persia. Finds them all, okay.
What?
We're getting frazzled around a little bit here.
Persia?
Shout out to Prius, but Persia is able to go ahead and get her done.
Gotta do him dirty again, man.
Yeah,
Which,
he knows it's from a place of love.
yeah.
Replay, por
God,
favor.
I mean, that looks like it has DRX map win written all over it, and then
Yeah.
Donby has other ideas.
Let me take a look back at this one.
A little bit whiffy. Great play at the door.
Y después solo vi Persia.
Persia is
Persia
just
1,
So
Persia
good.
2, Persia
Flashback
3.
has just been a
No,
little bit
Persia
off
muy
today.
bueno.
Just hasn't seemed like his normal kind of crispy self, you know?
Just the hair. Well, they've successfully broken down the economy here of DRX a bit. Still some firepower, still some oomph here behind these weapons. But Nongshim now, 3 more chances to try to extend this into overtime.
They're going to be right on DRX's heels. So DRX, this is tough. The timing's going to be really tricky now. It's too late.
One bot, cleared out. Envy sliding forward, looking for a little bit more. Oh boy, pops that ult in a bit of a panic here, but it might not matter too much. Flashback is able to go ahead and shut him down with that Sheriff. Looks for a second, but Bane comes to the rescue. As Hyunmin out of tower, peeks in, catches Persia off guard. Spike now being ushered across the way. North side approach. Hyunmin maybe gonna have to fight his way out of this position, but no, Margaret! Had he not heard the orb take? Hyunmin finds the kill, now he's got a showstopper. He calls for the rotation back. Ivy, he's already just shipping it. He's sending it through the attacker spawn towards A.
I thought this had another round for sure. I thought this was a great read, a great play call from Nongshim. I thought they had DRX just completely smothered out of this round.
Hyunmin hears the footsteps of Showstopper. Will likely show itself here. Remind Ops to just go ahead, keep it held. He swings in and Hyunmin finds the kill. DRX come out swinging here. The VCT Pacific 2025. And they will take a victory 2-1 over Nongshim Red Force.
And what an effort here for the
也可以。其实因为决斗位，如果你不抢 A 大的话，你也不会在第一枪位上。
对，没那么容易第一时间就倒。
对。
然后给一个 A 点的假。
Segundo Bilibili con Plus Phoenix. Ahí este no tiene sonido.
对。
Ahora sí.
但是这个阵容，我比较关注的就是 A 点这个点后好不好清啊？
点清起了，这一分如临大敌。对于 BLG 来说，这一分也很大，不太能容许一些失误。所以说直接放点打回防。
但因为王浩哲对没有长枪啊，他只能把这个位置放出来。
但等会儿就真的要枪了，兄弟，我要往点里跳了，给我来把枪。
不过现在 FunPlus 这个站位
回得很慢啊，阿阳那边会先过一道考验。扳手搜了，阿阳漏了。怎么说？这个烟还在。 而且对面还有 U 爪还能拖，近远处都有枪声，这个 A B 很难过去，3个人卡在了这个地方
，3个人真的很难出啊！但是奈不先打一个，硬是打了一波1换2。
对，但是点里面还没有清理，有神鬼不绝 ，Life 的位置被看到了 ，Life 的位置被手稳逼迫，但是 Autumn 利用树屋从外面，碎石队的有 Yosemite 解决了问题，这一分枪线的布置是相当不错的，层层叠叠的设计，先是在 A B 的阿阳。 接下来是点里面的 Life 跟 Autumn， 而最后是在外面的 Yosemite。
而且确实在石门的方向浪费了太多时间，导致最后进点的时候显得 BLG 非常的仓促。
就没办法了，时间不够了。
对，包括刚才在我印象当中 A 点右上角死角的方向 ，Autumn 应该是塞了一个锚点，这导致 Russia 刚才在出枪的时候也是很犹豫。
对，有一切的一切，你会看到空间都是由进攻方掌握，时间又没有站在回防方这一边。
而且说白了，其实。 FunPlus 他抢碎石区是没有投资太多的成本，
对，就基本上是静音接触拿下来的。这样的话 ，BLG 也是叫出暂停，因为优势已经被缩窄，还有4分的优势确实，但进攻方的雪球已经开始滚起来了，
然后下分也没钱。
对，上一分本来是他们必须要拿下来的分数，但是很可惜。而且我还是在考虑说，就缺把枪，看上去在这个局面上还是有影响的。
如果正好撞到你这把手枪防的边，那就影响太大了。 不过这也是一种
Bilibili lo
投资理
cierra
念吧，我
aquí.
觉得。
是投资在上一分，
Tiene
而且这
mucha
一分对吧？
ventaja
你要
ya
投
en
资在
el
上一
primer
分，你这一
mapa.
分就一定会有一些亏损，或者说有可能大概率会有点亏损。
大家觉得云云会比较好一点，但是我其实以为他会选择一把雄鹿之类的枪械，没想到是把
La
阵。
tiene relativamente fácil.
其实这个暂停按的还是比较及时的，我们看一下 BLG 的起枪情况。
这一分肯定是混起存钱。
啊，王浩哲等于是连役2把啊。虽然这把判官这不算是纯役，是，但是他毕竟是把奇怪的枪械。
那看一下对面这把蟒侠就很爽了，这一分见谁谁死，5个都是25度甲。他这边结束，奥特曼等不及了感觉。他也想抢一枪，但是没漏。那这样的话 ，A 点作罢。
应该是要把王浩哲贴到这个 A 厅的入口，在那蹲着。
经典的一个这个霰弹枪的位置。
但这位置是包吃暗兽的呀，除非是队友帮他打一下。 在这个锚点，
包吃暗兽的没问题，然后也包吃假人，再包吃暗兽，好能顶。
没子弹了，而且赶紧换，再推个车把对方赶回去。
但这样的话，2颗暗兽都交掉，其实对于王浩哲来说，或者对 BLG 来说 ，A 点这个任务
对，
而且往 C 点去闪 ，C 点是一个重防神鬼布局过来，直接要找到防守阵，利用神鬼布局快速的开路，然后缩短近点时候要搜这些地方，收给的不错，中立之间给的也相当可以。 看一下奥特曼的选择，要选择跟队友汇合还是怎么说？保险一点，但是点里面有3个人在接，看一下正义跟风刺效果，2个人位置很小，瀑布人来了，但瀑布人先到，露露的补枪很不错，3打2。进攻方2个人有好的枪械、好的护甲，但是没有什么好的位置。 2打2，
小 K 的脚还没有漏，头2个人，正义啊，很可惜啊，露西亚，最后柏林也是清理掉了在水下的 K9。
有点巧妇难为无米之炊了，感觉
BLG
的整个的战术安排其实做得非常到位，但是 FunPlus 的针对性，包括他有这个神鬼布局的保底，是的，探清了 BLG 点内的所有人的站位，就不容易被老队溜到。对。
Para tener 3 en 6 que se esperen a todos fue muy bueno. Ya después la ejecución solo al final para intentar ganar la ronda. Mal. Mal porque fallaron los duelos.
也是比较被动，是，除非对方去钻这个点。
这样的话 ，BLG 来到自己的关键分，叫完暂停之后有大枪的一分，有晚安焰火，大量技能。
王浩哲之前是没有交，
对，忍住了。而自己队友的回复是已经在 C 大展开。
对，这分有4个终极技能啊。BLG 其实如果对方要转 B 的话，这个 B 点一定是要让出来，然后通过夜灵和晚焰火去打一个反清。
但是对面其实也有很多不确定因素，比如柏林，比如 Life 都只差1个点。
对，
这些都是可能瞬间会导致局势反转的一些情况。还在持续的给树屋压力，逼迫防守方树屋一直交技能，交了黑出去，但是车还是发现楼下的位置，就是混这个地方，哎呦
，1换1，两边都可以接受吧。
但我觉得这个交换 FPX 更能接受一点吧。因为自己毕竟是个双决斗，然后出其不意进树屋还是个压力，奥特曼直接选择拉，然后换身位，对面是个双架，叫队友，这一波的拉出 FPX 胜出，树屋的人即将被合围，有椰灵，对面来回的拉枪解决了树屋的最后的固守。
是的，而且因为王浩哲被击败了，导致这个玩意后也没了，叶林直接扑当做买一个保险，
这个叶林是真的是买个保险，
很尊重。这样的话。奈夫和 Libius 要考虑保枪了，而2个人好像往不同的方向在保啊，
经济主要也不好，
对，
可以考虑去找一些角度看看能不能下对面的枪，但是更大的命题是保自己的。不过这一份 FPX 在处理这个树屋上面非常的耐心，几度的开门，然后利用技能一轮一轮的进去，然后拿到确实性，最宝贵的信息就是奥特曼知道点里面有树屋里面有2个人，
而且我在考虑，就刚才王浩哲他。基本上没有选择去主动开这个晚焰火，他可能有点害怕，就奥特曼在骗他。
对，就是对面有个夜路，对面但凡不是个夜路阵容，我可能出去了。
反正你要轰夜路或者轰对方雷斯的话，基本上没有太多机会的。
是，
所以他更多的他想去
求个最稳定的收益，
起码是在后半段去投资这个技能，
比如说对面安了包之后啊什么之类的。他是没命活到那个时候，只能说。
对。这样的话 ，BLG 的经济要被打穿了呀。
现在就靠保这2把枪，下一分去掰一掰。这分在树屋上面，防守方够坚决，但进攻方也够诚意。
对。看下这里，阿阳也是来到了1000的总击败数量，他是第6位完成这个成就的 VCT CN 的选手。
是的。
其实很有趣的一点就是之前 FPX 跟 Autumn 去解释阿阳的外号啊，管他叫 Headshot Grandfather。
Raro que Reis tenga un
Autumn 当时
Stinger
笑了一下午，
y
辈
la
分有点
Viper
高。
tenga una Phantom
王
y
小
la
这份枪还
Killy también
可
tenga
以，
una
打
bala.
疯自己把判官在核
O
心
sea que
区都是
tenga
有
rifles.
杀伤性的，这一分虽然是一个
¿Será
混战
porque
组但
Reis
是有一
tiene la
定的威
ulti?
胁性。
Tal vez.
FPX 不知道有没有算到这一点，就对面会起这么多的一些在短距离有杀伤力的强点。
看眼
O
睛
sea,
应
le
该
es más
猜得到，
fácil
猜得
sacar
到。
una
可
kill
是你看这一分，
con
他
la
就是真的
ulti
在骗啊 ，A 大在骗，现在在
que
往 C
con
区
el
去
arma.
转。第一点，这两个人的枪好像还可以啊，这是2把保下来的长枪。
是的，而且有高低的双架。
嗯，
对面如果不交技能，第一时间很有可能会直接被打掉。
要来了吗？
哟，又是利用身位和出击不易。奥特姆的探点非常的谨慎。
对，第一时间的话，
哦，混烟。奥特姆一倒，这个进攻就不好开展了。虽然有晚安焰火 ，Life 只剩下1个惊喜翻腾。
对。Life 这个位置变得好快呀、他是从箱上马上转到了一个台子上，可以有更广的角度去穿。
主要第一时间高低双架已经暴露了嘛。
对。但是进攻方依然是有
晚焰火硬来，被少界炮台和 Nef 收了个满。我跟少界炮台说一百八。
最后仅剩一个 Berlin 手里虽然是有雨落分裂，但是没有什么操作空间了。
这个进攻就回到了云梦路阵上的进攻。我们不知道怎么办，但是我们还是想进这个点，那我们就把我们手上的资源。
Berlin 很
1打4变成了1打2，但时间不够了。
对，没办法。
那这样的话，最后这一分 BLG 拿到11比8。
No la gane y de pronto me iba a cerrar la boca.
最后选到了对方防守最硬的这个点上啊，2把步枪，然后再加上奇乐加蝰蛇的技能组，
而且可能比较糟糕是他们没有想过，如果我们第一时间像刚才混烟莫名其妙掉了一个，我们有没有备选？
没有，
我们就是要进这个
啊，被这个少年炮台减速减得好难受啊，感觉 Life。
再加上惊喜翻腾现在本来空速就变低了，
对，
交弹停了，对于内森 D 来说已经没有更多允许他去做犹豫的空间了。
而且经济上来讲的话，其实下分FPX就是起码。虽然他们是防守方啊，但是这个 BLG 虽然是防守方，但是经济肯定是齐的。上一分赢下来，再加上存到的1000多的存款，
我觉得现在对于 FPX 来说，你一定会需要有 Plan A 跟 Plan B， 任何的进攻都不可能想着我就一杆头一定能进得去，这是一个过于理想化的一个局面。
对。其实刚才他们在 A 点做动的情况下，想让 BLG 做一个防守的调转，但因为良好古城这张地图，其实如果你从出生点的方向去转点的话，进攻方速度是非常慢的，调置兵力的这样一个时间，
而且你还要考虑提前去控脚步，避免被对面听到。
对，
所以这是为什么你要去所谓控图的原因。你要去提前控制，比如说，如果你要 A 转 C， 你可能要控制 B 场，你可能要控制 C 点土坡，
对，
这些位置让你的转点集结的速度更快，更快的发起你真正的进攻，而不是等我真正进攻的时候，防守方都已经回防到位了。
但这分其实感觉最干净的、最直接的打法，应该就是宇宙分裂的近点，包括铺一个像楼梯附近的魁父去防下对方的进攻，而与此同时，王浩哲手里这个晚焰火也会成为胜负手。
看上去要抢 A 碎石了。王浩哲靠到石门旁边，让队友打石门，他可以有后退之路。起飞了，直接找人，位置还不错，但是这个黑是队友的，有点尴尬，脸上有人没轰到，但还好 Life 也被拿下来了。这样的话，好歹是有人数优势，应该是把奥特曼轰到了1滴血吗？
是的，哇，这命也是够大的，
但还是亏损1人。
我觉得王浩哲刚才这波处理也是挺有经验了，他直接轰的是对方出口的方向，而没有往碎石区去轰。
主要他被黑了，他也不确定哪儿有人。
对，
先轰脸上为妙。
别到近点，一个
飞闪讽刺，这汉也还能再换一个，没问题。
还是赚的。BLG 现在还是赚的，
维持住人数优势就可以。
对。要交离魂，他直接离魂到 A2楼去了。
他要保人数，
对，
对他来说保人数优势比拿着碎石的地理优势可能更重要一点。
但现在王浩哲因为已经倒了，他爆了血量啊，应该是已经爆了血量了。奥特曼只有1丝，
我很担心这个少界炮台啊，
会把奥特曼
镜头也是持续给到这个少界炮台。
还好队友帮他打了一下，
但由于没有进攻烟，所以只能腿儿进去。魁父即将展开EDG的奥特曼先倒，两个人在魁父里面画地为牢，直接被 Nef 双杀拿下
，8比12的比分。BLG 的话已经拿到了4个赛点。
对于 BLG 来说，这张图跟上张图的节奏就完全不一样了。他们在上半场有优势情况下，没有像 FPX 一样错失这种机会，利用手枪们持续的扩大优势，而在对面反击的时候，自己也能及时的予以回击，没有让对面能够连续的追分，缩小优势。
对你从刚才 Russia 这个离魂的角度就可以判断出，他们现在打的是非常保守和冷静的。
优则稳，劣则拼，这个原则他们现在执行的非常非常好。
来吧，看一下新的一分，这一分的话，奥特曼甚至手里仅有一把氦0，这把枪长距离作战能力非常差的。Levius 是吸到了一个技能球，现在是有自己的前卫封锁。
这一分他们万一拿到人数优势就很好打，只要保住人数优势打回防就可以。
对。
有全面封锁，回防任何一个点位都会变得难度降低很多。
而且你可以看到现在的站位 ，Knife 这里一定是勾对面技能的。他如果真的对方要打这个点，他一定是要往后退的。
当起手雷。
对方的话，
以其人之道还治彼身，还是那句话，你在这儿混我的队友。
但点里面又进去一个 Russia。
现在我觉得对于 FPX 来说。 这是少见的，我们
se los van a encontrar。
但对面已经过去很多人就算了，两边的意图其实都暴露了。防守方在 B 点很多人，进攻方也有很多在转 A。名牌又来磕一通了。防守方幽影不在，这是一个3接5，真的要接吗？3接5，这个小 K 藏一手，过点。阿阳反手给一发头，王浩哲补了一发，但王浩哲应该出不太来，有重力之井。有人在 B 点里边。 躲住了，
操作空间了。王浩哲打一个，
真这样去打，嚯！说实话 ，FPX 这样去打也是有点没想到的，就是在人名牌在这个位置情况下，完全可以考虑走 A
啊。这个宇宙分裂挺有意思，他这个是一列2用了，他把有 3MT 也是顺利的护送到 B 点里面，
没错，
这也就间接导致了后面的Russia 被偷掉了。但不管怎么样，这一分整个天平的倾斜还是在这一颗穿烟的击败上，
这个手杀太重要了。
对。 因为 BLG 的想法一定是就是 C 点我跟你去置换技能，然后我的蝰蛇保活退到出生点附近的位置，保住我前面封锁的位置。
对。但对于 BLG 来说，钱还有，但钱已经不是很多了。
这分要是再丢的话，其实他们也挺危险的。
对。有可能要存钱。
对。
两边依然在碎石做一波互动，进攻方其实是有夜路的传送可以来玩一波的，但是没有敢冒进，因为不确定对面幽影或者雷兹有没有踩出来。
主要夜路在这张地图上，你从 A 厅丢锚点出去，其实它的落点是比较有限的。
Knife 的非常规价位跟小 K 做高低双架，这个位置
2个非常规吗？
但对面也想
双架打上了。
哦，qué suerte！
BLG的高低双架拿到了决定性的优势。
那这样的话，FunPlus 一上来就有2个人数的劣势，而且是2个烟雾全倒了。
就是 Knife 其实现在还压出去，他完全可以不压，他其实不压都已经。 夸张点的时候随便赢，
没必要压的。我觉得
但他还是想要更多。这个时候有些人就会出来惩罚他，人数的优势是少了一个。当然，依然现在结合全面封锁，结合人数的优势，结合对面没烟 ，BLG 依然是有战术上的优势的。
是的，38秒的时间，其实对于 FunPlus 来讲的话，已经非常的时间已经非常的极限了。
入侵暗术换暗眼和暗兽的兑换。 再做1换1，人90度的角度拉开，王浩哲的位置明白，在那头 ，nice， 小 K 这边是配合队友收了没有问题，最后13比9 ，BLG 结束了这个残局，也结束了这把 BO3 在胜者组的半决赛里面 ，BLG 完成了对于 FPX 时隔3次系列赛的首次的击败。
是的 ，BLG 的话在去年的几次交手当中都是没有能够赢下对手。
Bueno. Creo que no jalo para el otro partido, gente. ¿Quiénes van después? Juega EDG, juega después de este partido y después de este juega también. O sea, van a jugar a la par. O es uno o es otro. Y ahí termina, hoy no juega nadie, hoy descansan todos, hoy no hay partido. Pensé que sí había. No hay hasta el miércoles. Yo súper segura de que sí habían partidos.
Welcome back to VCT Pacific. We have another match for you, and it's no big deal. It's just PRX versus T1. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of them, but no, PRX, this team that embodies that chaotic Pacific style, right? No roster changes, and now I believe they're the longest standing Pacific roster so far, but they are starting to change some parts of their playstyle. They are starting to, Pilski, they are starting to play safe.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know how successful it's been in the off-season. A lot of these off-season games look pretty shaky to me, but one thing's for sure, PRX at a minimum is going to be a top team here in Pacific. They are very consistent when it comes to these Pacific placements. Sometimes at those international events, that's where things can be a little bit more up and down, but you can guarantee these guys are going to make a deep run in the bracket.
Yeah, for me, PRX are the boogeyman of this league. Coming from experience, you speak to all the other players. PRX is the team that you simultaneously really want to play against and also really don't want to play against, because if you can test yourself against PRX, you cut your teeth on them. It's like it's just such a test because of how different they are. It just yeah, I think it excites a lot of players, the thought of playing against this different style. So they really are the ones to beat in Pacific.
Everybody says that playing up against PRX is shocking. It's like
it's horrible.
You think you're prepared for it, and then you absolutely have not, right? But T1, they have gone up against PRX so many times, and we did see them up against Boom Esports, right? While it wasn't exactly the cleanest win, it was a win. And Pilski, you mentioned, you know, like calming down on the T1 Super Team stuff, and maybe that brought people back to earth down a little bit. But it was their first match. Yesterday we did talk about like that warm-up match versus coming in cold, right?
Yeah, I think people are over-exaggerating the Super Team thing for sure. I think this is just a good team with some players that would make it into a Korean Super Team. But like, you know, you've gotten Sylvan who's come off a little bit of a break, and he's been doing very well for himself.